killing them. Well, Brooklyn,
you are.
Brooklyn, Long Island, Queens, and then I'm about to go to Connecticut. They want me to go to Maryland, but I designed a theater I designed a movie theater in this lady's house in Miami.
That's the thing with y'all joints in Brooklyn. Like, y'all got more room than y'all know what to do with.
Yeah, they got a lot of rooms, bro.
Yeah, cause
Would
it be like three levels?
Yeah, some houses.
Yeah.
You know, some houses.
Right.
Some not every house. You know,
So you could decide if you get the one like rent the floor. Yeah.
This guy got 3 floors.
Yeah.
He has 5 bedrooms. He has 3 full kitchens. He got 1, 2. I'm gonna put it right here. Right here. Is this good?
Mike check.
You gonna be able to sit up
Mike check.
like that the whole show?
Yep, the whole show, bro. I'm good.
You know, Gene intense.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Cole, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
Shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University. And we got a couple of folks in the smoking section tonight. Shout out to our guy Skrilla and his lovely wife, Miss Skrilla. I don't want to say a government name. And we have a guest in the house tonight. White Star GB, why don't you introduce our guest for us?
All right. You might have seen him on Fox 5 News promoting one of his books, like Single Man, Married Man. You might have seen him on Good Day New York promoting one of his books, Do Right, Do Good. You might have seen him promoting his planner. You might have seen him on HGTV promoting his new business, HCA Design and Build. We got Dr. Gene Alert with us tonight.
What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for having me, man.
Word
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for being here.
Yo, this is a great setup. I love it. Cigars and whiskey. When you called me up and said, "Hey, be on the podcast," I said, "Enough said, man. I'm there."
You never say no to nothing. Though.
Yeah.
You never say no. You never say no to nothing.
I don't know if I'm the first guest, or I don't know if I'm one of the guests, but on the way I do things, I got to bring you guys a gift.
Oh, amazing.
All right, so I come with gifts.
Okay.
So we're going to start off the show with me presenting you guys, since it's cigars and whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you guys some a bottle.
That's the Mercer and Prince.
Yeah.
Nice, sir.
Cold too, yo.
Yeah.
Nice and cold. Yes.
Yeah, you know you a Brooklyn nigga. Brooklyn niggas always bring shit cold for niggas. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's how we do, Brooklyn,
I respect
man.
that shit, man. Respect that. Good looking, man. This was our whiskey of the year last year, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Wow,
this was our
see?
whiskey. Yeah. This is ASAP Rocky shit. So
Yeah.
thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank
we
you, brother.
appreciate it.
Shout out to
We
you,
appreciate
man. ASAP.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that right there.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, but no, man, appreciate you guys for having me, man. I'm looking forward to having a great conversation with you
Absolutely.
fellas.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Brother. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Gene never say no, man. Let me give a little bit more backstory on Gene.
Okay.
Gene and I have known each other for about 30
Over 35
about
years.
30 years. Our mothers were in nursing school at the same time.
Yep.
And they studied together.
Yep.
So your mom would bring you over.
Yep.
And I, we would go over, me and school go over a while, and we would just hang out.
Yep.
So he was always our play cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you was in Deer Park, right?
Yeah, Deer Park.
Yeah. So you was our Suffolk County play cousin, and then when we was able to move around, and you were doing the parties.
Yeah.
Legendary nights at Jamrock, legendary nights at Wandy.
Wandy's,
Yeah,
yeah,
tearing up
Taboo.
the city. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we always, and whenever we need you, whenever I need you, like I was in maybe one of the darkest spots ever. I had paper. and I ain't had no crib. I was in contract with another crib.
Yeah.
You got me out of contract with the other crib and got me into a new crib in like a month.
Yeah.
And that's just off of a call. And helped me with the design and everything like
Yeah.
that. Got me situated. Everything is beautiful and life is good.
Yeah. No,
Because I know Gene Alert.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was only natural to just
ACA Designs and Build.
absolutely,
sir.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was only right that
No.
I call you to have you on
Oh,
and
appreciate
you know what I mean?
man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
So let's cook a little bit, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay. Shout out to everyone tuned in on Instagram, on YouTube. Please remember to share. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight we are drinking. I didn't even see what we're drinking. What are we drinking? We are drinking I.W. Harper.
It's
And
in
that
the Cabernet cask.
yeah, it's in a Cabernet cask.
45% alcohol volume and it's 90 proof.
Okay.
And it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in the Cabernet Sauvignon cask.
okay.
Yeah.
And we are smoking the Aldous del Sol. All right. And tonight we're going to discuss She Makes Me Better. And that's with a question mark, right?
See?
All right. White Star GB.
Ooh.
You know what? Before I go to you, let's let our guest go first, man.
Absolutely, man.
Since you're on the show, the way we open up the show, we speak about our week. So how was your week, man?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah, but you know what's so funny? My son stayed at his grandparents' house for the week. So it freed up a little bit of space, gave me and my wife a little bit of free time.
Okay.
But it was still busy. You know, I'm dealing with a bunch of renovations and
Okay.
different clients, so it's ripping and running, early mornings, late nights, trying to eat, trying to sleep. You know, but
One kid you have?
one kid,
Okay.
7 years old. I've been married for 14 years. This past May.
Okay.
So I love this topic, man.
Okay.
I love this topic. So look forward to talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
I thought that was somebody else.
Yeah, I'm looking over there like, yo, he's smooth.
I'm doing it for him. What's it with all the person? I like
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, man. Nah.
Yeah.
But
sound
yeah,
like a
my
hectic
week was
time.
great. You know,
Good,
like,
good, good.
It's all about meeting new clients.
Right.
This week we start new jobs and
Nice.
then get permits. Getting
Yeah.
permits approved is another. It's a great thing.
Mhm.
Going into a new listing.
Right,
So I have
right,
a new
right.
house in Medford. So
Yeah.
if you need a house in Long Island, let me know. I got
Right.
one on $450,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's go.
Yap it up. Yeah. That's a good price for nowadays.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the nature of your business is that you'll find a client a house, and if they want to do renovations, you will help them design and have contractors on deck to make all their dreams come true.
Yes, sir.
So you're a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
You know what I mean?
Anything real
Everything.
estate.
Yeah.
Anything real estate, call me.
Right.
You know, you need a plumber, call Gene.
Right.
So let me explain something to you guys, right? So my philosophy, even I'm 41. When I was 18, when I started being a business person, right? Remember I was in mortgages
Yes.
when I was 18 years old.
early in the game.
Dynamic Mortgage, shout out to Rob. I remember saying to myself, anything revolving real estate, I want them to call me.
Okay.
So if you need a landscaper, I was networking with all the landscapers.
Gotcha.
You need a plumber, you need
Yeah.
an architect, you need whatever,
Right.
electrician.
Yeah.
So you want to be the go-to guy
Yeah.
in any business that you're in.
So you're Clarence Avon of real estate.
Yeah, that's what you got to be.
Yeah, plug and play. That's
Plug
it,
and
yo.
play.
Call you and you got
Call
it.
you.
Yeah.
Call me.
Yeah, that's
You
what's
know?
up.
And so now I'm in this design and build business.
Mhm.
It's the same thing, you know. But it's cool because it's funny because for 3 years, for 4 years, I've been doing it on the low.
Okay,
Only
right.
referrals.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Most people don't even realize.
Mhm.
So my license with my real estate license is with Compass, right? Compass, New York.
Okay.
And so like when you called me, you just called to talk.
Yeah. I could
Right?
call to say what up. Yeah,
And I was like,
usually do.
yeah. And next thing you know, house.
Yeah.
We found that we walked into the for the open house.
Right.
And I said, Greg, for this place, you could do this and you could do this. And in the kitchen, you could break down this wall, put this here. You like, yo, put an offer in.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was that kind of game.
And
Yeah.
then we closed in a month. And then
Yeah.
the next day, we were at Home Depot, me and my guys with you.
Big
we
Domingo.
Go, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
And
Domingo.
so shout out to Domingo, man. And you guys were in the house in less than a month. So
Beautiful.
So this is the process, you know. But if you're in a business and you become that guy that people could trust, and I put a lot of effort to making sure like I stay on top, and that's why ACA, that's what it stands for.
Right.
Accountability, credibility, action.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
Accountability,
Yeah.
credibility,
Wow.
action.
Wow. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because when someone says Gene Alert, when I introduce myself, I don't say my name is Gene. I say my name is Gene Alert.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it. Because I want you to remember that. Because no one does that. No one introduces themselves to full government.
Yeah.
I want you to Google
I'll be
it.
saying Greg. I don't even
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Gregory. I'll be like, yo, my name is G.
But I want
What
you
up?
to-
I'll be
I
like, yo,
want
forget
you
about
to,
me, yo.
You know? Because you know what ends up happening? As I live in Brooklyn, I live in Canarsie. As many Haitians live in Brooklyn,
I understand, man.
when someone says, yo, I know Gene in real estate, they're like, oh, Gene Alert? Yeah, yo, Gene.
Yeah.
You know everybody.
That's what's
It's
up.
mad Gene.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm about to
There's
say.
mad Gene.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
To be the
There's
top
mad
Gene.
Genes. I'm the top Gene in
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
you the
bro.
top Gene. All right.
And I could say that. I am the top Gene in Brooklyn,
That's
bro.
what's up, yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people, there's Jude Bernard, but he's not a Gene.
Nah, you're not a Gene.
There's Welby, but he's not a Gene.
Nah, dog.
Those are top, you know, the Haitians run
Absolutely.
it in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But Gene Alert
Mm-hmm.
is that guy.
That's what's up, man. Name
You know?
ring bells.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's
but,
what up, my boy.
But that's what it is, bro.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. White Star GB.
Yo.
How was your week, man?
My week was good, man. I got some time to take some time off with the family. Had a little vacation. You know what I mean? We blew out, you know, went out the country for a couple of days and got to unwind. While I was on vacation, I got to watch a couple of movies.
Okay.
I got to watch They Clone Tyrone, the new Jamie Foxx joint.
It's
Yeah.
not. Why they say it's Jamie Foxx's? He's not.
That nigga almost died, man. Give him the movie.
No. The
Yeah,
other
man.
dude, the English dude, is the star of
He
the
cool.
movie.
Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx is the star of the movie, dog.
Oh.
Huh? Jamie,
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
pivotal part.
Okay.
But
he's in there like he's in there the whole joint.
Tyrone is the main
Tyrone
guy.
is Tyrone.
Yeah.
It's the Jamie Foxx joint, though. You know what I mean? But great message in it. Spoiler alert for anybody who didn't see it. It's a pimp, a prostitute, and a drug dealer infiltrate an evil plan of the government or the man. It's almost like a modern day blaxploitation
Yeah.
slash
Absolutely, yeah.
sci-fi kind of film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They were putting the powder in the chicken to make everybody kind of like laugh, and then they were putting a product in the hair.
In the hair.
In the
They put it in everything.
Yeah.
Cereal, everything.
yeah.
But it was funny because it was sort of like, to me, it looked like a play on what's going on in society now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people are really on some sheep shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys, right?
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So when I was watching the movie, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, people are laughing, but this is y'all.
I was seeing it almost more like like programming.
Yes.
Because the only people that they were cloning were the bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the neighborhood. And it was almost like programming, so it was almost like a message to like be careful what you ingest mentally and into your body.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To try to keep yourself, you know, away from the evil, you know what I mean, that like the people are trying to do. Because there is money in it, you know what I mean? Because there is money in keeping us in a certain way. Even with the, all right, I had one question though. Why did the white people have froze? So there were black people that kind of turned into white people?
If you
They were the
remember
Uncle
the
Tom.
end of the movie, it was at the end they were trying to transition black people into whites.
Got you.
That was the last phase
those were
of
the
it,
Uncle, those were the Uncle Toms.
Yes.
I guess if you want to call him Uncle
All right.
Tom's.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But
So
they,
that's
they,
the only
they,
question.
he showed the dude, the main dude. I forgot what his name was.
Tyrone, right?
They didn't call him Tyrone the whole movie. They called him a different name.
All right.
I guess it was his last name they were calling him by. But they showed him from transitioning from the way he was to a white person. And his old self, when he was like the elderly guy, that was him.
Yes.
Said like, yo, eventually we're trying to get to the point where we're making blacks into whites.
So you can't win.
Wow.
You can't win. So even if you try to do better, like they can call you white. Like, I don't know. It was a good movie. It made me think a lot, and it also made me think a lot. Like, yo, I've seen a lot of rollouts, but Jamie Foxx's rollout of almost dying, and then the rumors of him being a clone. To watch this movie, is
you thought
if
you
it's
think
a coincidence. Listen,
that was promo?
Listen, I don't know I can't put nothing past nobody at all ever, but fam, he had a weird little illness where he was in the hospital, then he was spotted out just doing weird things, like on a boat from far.
That was his clone. That was his clone.
Huh?
That was his clone.
That was his clone. Yeah. I don't know if it was like a promo or he just fell sick at the same time, but it seemed a little weird that this all happened at the same time. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to Jamie. You are great at what you do. Another movie I saw was Oppenheimer, about dude that made the atom bomb, and it was cool, slow, you know what I mean. But scientist that was building the atom bomb that killed hundreds of thousands of people with the Hiroshima, and it just kind of made me feel like scientists lack accountability. You know, even with the AI thing going on, and even with COVID started with like the gain of research.
I don't know if you can really have accountability as a scientist because it's all about trial and error.
Yeah, but you
have to have some errors in order to make breakthroughs. It has to be some error during that trial. It has to be some error. Some people are not going to live. Some people are, there's going to be some mistakes.
Right.
Through every modern miracle or whatever that we have, somebody died for that.
Somebody had to die. Yeah.
Somebody has to die. Sometimes it's animals. Sometimes it's real people.
Hundreds of thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands of people, and is like there ever a like board? Like, all right, right now AI is the biggest thing. There's a sector of people begging for AI to stop, but for some reason it just keeps going. We know it's gonna replace people's jobs.
Yeah.
And we know that it's gonna, it's gonna help in certain areas, but it's gonna replace humans. And there's almost like no board to kind of stop it. Like it's just kind of like scientists are like, once you could think of it, you could try it without any kind of.
You feel like they control the rollout though? I think that first of all, scientists are funded by millionaires, billionaires, or whatever, and they just say, "Yo, go in the lab and research some shit and make some shit happen."
Yeah.
But then when you figure out what's what, and we could monetize it and bring it to market.
Yeah.
Me as the billionaire that invested in it, I make all the money. Scientists they're just doing their work. You understand what I'm saying? And if you can convince somebody like the dude that made the atom bomb, he probably felt like I'm just like a soldier in the field. I'm defending my country. I'm part of the defense team.
My duty.
This is my duty to protect my country. This is what they're asking me to do. Like he might consider it patriotism. It might sound funny,
it's a
but
lack of check and balances in it. Like even with gain of function research, you taking diseases that are already bad for people and like making them worse so that you can study them. And then when they get out into the world, it's like, oops, you know what I mean? Like it's never any like, yo, why don't I just chill with that? Like, all right, like let's work on something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
let's try to cure cancer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We got some things that have been hanging out for like a little while. Like, let's try to fix that. But I don't know. I had the overwhelming thought of that, of like scientists being kind of evil. You know what I mean? But
no, there's definitely some evil scientists.
Right.
Like if you look on TikTok, you see people uh, mixing different animals and stuff like that, like weird
Really?
stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Wow.
but there's good and there's bad in everything.
Mm.
You know, so I don't know. I don't think you should expect the scientists to be accountable because usually they're sanctioned by somebody else to do the work that they're doing.
Okay.
Most scientists don't fund themselves. They're not. Some might be in their house cooking up something or whatever, doing something, but for the most part, those major labs and shit, they're financed by somebody else.
Governments and corporations. And
Yeah,
all that
exactly,
crap. Yeah.
exactly.
The last movie I saw was Barbie. I watched it with my daughter, and yeah, I didn't realize it was a PG-13 movie because it was a little bit more aggressive than what I thought. But it was
That was Barbie aggressive, bro.
Yeah.
yo, they hated men in the movie. The men were the dumb ones. The men, once they got into the real world, they brought patriarchy back to Barbie land, and they tried to run it. And the major ploy was to bring womanism back to Barbie land and restore order. And it was like,
So that was the
Okay.
that was the plot of the movie.
that was the long and the short
Oh,
of the
wow.
movie. Yeah.
I
So
didn't know that.
listen, for little girls that watch the movie, and it was definitely like a 2-hour long commercial for Barbie dolls, of course.
You know what's weird to me though is the fact that there's been multiple Barbie dolls in like different, all types of.
Astronaut Barbie.
Yeah, but it's literally like
President
one
Barbie.
Ken. It's not like it's a bunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
I never even thought about that.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
right.
like one Ken. It's
One
not
Ken.
like
One dude.
you got mad different Barbies, but you got one Ken. But why? I don't understand why they feel like they had to make the plot of the movie that. It just speaks to society today, bro.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, I let them have it. Listen, I'm cool.
They're trying to
It was
program
fun.
my kids, man.
It was a little.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
definitely. It was
Yeah.
definitely an agenda with it. It was heavy-handed, but it was a cool movie. And
So
those are
you
my.
re- you
those are my
recommend to
movie
go see
reviews.
it?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I think
Okay.
it's a spectacle to see. I think
Okay.
it's something that you should see. Absolutely, yeah. But those are my movie reviews.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are my. That's my week. Ryan, how was your week, my boy?
It was hot, man. Very hot. Very humid. I think I lost like 5 pounds today.
Like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had a thought in my head. Like last week, I took me and the family. We went to the beach.
Okay.
And I'm on the beach, and I see this dude, and he has like 2 nipple rings. And I said, I wonder what GB would think about that. Like, what do you think about guys with nipple rings, bro?
Nipple rings, right? Some freak ass niggas.
That's like first things first. I'm like, yo, how freaky are you?
That's a freak ass nigga.
Yo, bro, for you to go
Twice.
get your twice, or maybe
He had hoops in it.
He had
Like
hoops in it.
He had hoops.
Have a hoop, period.
he was a black dude.
No, he was Spanish.
Oh,
He was Spanish dude.
yeah,
Freak ass nigga.
yeah, freak. Yeah, he probably from the Bronx.
Definitely.
He wasn't. He wasn't
Definitely.
a Spanish from Brooklyn.
Yo, and honestly, it could go either way. Like his sexuality could be he just
Yeah.
really into his joints. He just really like those. You know what I mean? He's like them pulled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shorty probably got a magnet in the bedroom.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Come here, nigga. Pull that nigga.
Like
You gotta
like,
be hella at TSA though.
like homeboy.
Absolutely.
Explain it
homeboy in
every time.
Billions,
Okay.
The attorney general.
Okay.
He's into that getting beaten by.
Yo,
Yeah,
freak ass niggas.
yeah.
That's the game though. You know what I mean? Everybody, you find
Kinky.
your kink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Find your kinks. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Can't
Shout out
kink
to
shame.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Whatever makes him happy, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's outside with him. Did he have to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full
he's
display,
outside with
full
him. Yeah,
display.
Yeah,
Full
yeah,
display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
He's gonna attract somebody.
yeah. He was. I think he had his wife and family,
Oh,
kids.
that's what I'm
all that.
saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to him,
Yeah,
man. Shout
Daddy
out
got
to
his chest jewelry in.
Yeah, shout out to all the dudes that have nipple rings, bro. Yeah,
Nah,
shout out
but
to-
yo, while I was on vacation though, I seen a nigga with like a fly hoop though. I was thinking about doing like a hoop one time. Like
what you trying to look like Michael Jordan?
I can't do it. Nah. Nah, but with the hoop, with like the thing hanging off of it, like a little number or something like that. Yeah. Nah.
Nah. Can't do it.
Like a cross or nothing like that. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Whether you're trying to look like him or not, you're
All
gonna
right.
get that attention.
Yeah. Like a Jordan pirate, right?
Yeah,
Jordan
keep it stuck.
No bueno. Yeah. That's one thing that, like, in the black community, like, as black men, like, piercings was kind of like, you know what I mean? We all had that one friend that had his eyebrow pierced. And we was like, all right, big homie. The nose was early.
What about the nose?
The nose was early. Nose is still acceptable.
These days?
Yeah.
Depends how
Tupac
you
is
look.
going, bro.
It
Tupac
depends
been
how you
going.
look
Yeah.
at it.
I don't think no. I don't.
Nostalgia.
It's case by case.
I
Nah.
haven't seen none of my boys with no.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
I
rings.
think it's case by case. Nobody bothered Tupac.
Nah,
Well,
nobody bothered
that's
with
what I'm
him.
saying. He long time ago. Tupac's long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But unless you into some like gothic type of thing, you know what I mean? Like goth type of people, they'll do that. They'll have it like through their nose, through the middle of their nose. and things like that.
Yeah.
That's
That's never been attractive to me. Like, even now, like, young ladies that get that, and they be like, why you doing that? Like, it never looks good. The whole joint with the bull, like, looking like a bull. Like, I don't like that.
I know somebody who has a stud like on their face. It's one little stud,
Right.
Yeah, I've seen women with
like
that.
just
Yeah.
low key, just a stud.
Yeah.
I'm having a judgy moment, right? I feel like chicks with a lot of piercings are freaky, like, or they. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Like,
What about guys too?
Yeah, the earthy freaks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eric
Like if you
Kamaki.
got
Yeah.
if you got a lot of tattoos and piercings and
Yeah.
shit like that, I feel like
yeah.
they get down. I could be wrong. I can't say, but either way.
Shout out to Nipple Jewelry Poppy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Shout out to everyone tuned in on Instagram, YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. If you don't, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Do all the good stuff. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when we have new content coming out. All right. So I guess we'll jump right into the show.
Yeah, just load up.
We're going to be reacting to a few different clips that we have this week. Number one, if I could, okay, yeah. Let's jump right into it. I don't want to give any explanation.
How do
to
you do it?
All right. Gene, you might want to, you can put on those headphones so you can hear. Right over there on the, slide. You got to slide, Vader.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, LA dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind to one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
He's hurt.
Felt bad for little bro, man.
Yeah, I felt bad.
You know what? Let's kick it to you first.
So,
your first thoughts on
My
it.
first thoughts
Mm.
was a chapter chapter in Single Man, Married Man.
Talk about it.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Mm.
Women, some women, not all. Some women say, "Oh, I want a good guy."
Mhm.
That was probably a good guy.
Yeah.
That guy is now gonna turn. This was his last cry. For me, I think that he's doing this video, and he's gonna treat every girl after that bad. He's gonna stand another girl up. You know, like I feel like
Okay.
he's like, look, this is what you guys want, right? You want to be courted. You want a gentleman. You want the flowers. You want me to handle it. You want me to be the man. And then you stand me up, like, you know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna turn him into Hulk, and then they're gonna be like, and then he's gonna get more women like that probably. You know, I've seen that plenty of times, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the good guy gets left at the altar. The good guy gets left at the dinner table. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The bad dude, if he stood her up, it would have been different. She would have been calling him, and he would have been able to smash the next time they see each other.
Mm.
Well, the bad dude has the illusion of options.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Yeah.
it's almost like
Yeah.
women don't really respect the good dude. You almost have to be a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Women don't want. Yeah, women don't want someone that other women don't want.
They want a
True.
guy everybody want, and they want to be the one to have him. You see what I'm saying? They want an attractive man. They want like a man that everybody wants, but they want to be the one to lock that man down.
Yeah.
So when you attracting a woman, right? You trying to be that cool guy. You're not trying to put so much feelings into everything. You're trying to make it appear as if you have options, but you're making time. You know what I mean? Right? Like when you're playing the game the right way, right? You're not doing too much, but you're doing enough. Right? I mean, I feel like he's a little desperate. Sounds a little
Absolutely.
desperate. Sounds like
Yeah.
he's trying too hard.
Too hard.
And that is a stench to a woman. A woman's
He
gonna
reeks
keep a guy
of
like
it.
that around.
He reeks of desperation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
He did,
feeling
yo.
safe around a guy like that.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't got no big. I seen the little gray in his joints, so he looked like a man of a certain age, maybe
Yeah.
like mid 30s. So he been at the game for a little while. What I do think that happened was like, Shorty did go to the restaurant,
And so
seen him there, and seen one eye looking at the door and one eye looking at the bathroom. It was like,
It was like, I'm not doing
I'm not
this.
ready to take that L yet.
Yeah, I'm not doing
You know what I mean? And that's cool. He got to take the game. We learn. We
that's
all
part of
grew
the
up-
game, though. That's part
Part
of the game.
Rejection is part of the game.
Yeah.
We all learn. Like, we was just talking about the club days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And part of the club days was, getting behind the girl and her looking back and just that
Yeah.
3-second test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If she
Yeah.
find you attractive, she
stay.
gonna turn around and she gonna rock.
Yeah,
If she
yeah,
not,
yeah.
she gonna walk
She gonna
off
walk
and
away.
dance to her girl. And we did that
Yeah.
10, 15 times a night.
Yeah.
And it built calluses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you're dating online, those calluses aren't there and those cuts burn, dog. You know what I mean? So I would tell big homie, work on your numbers, man. Put your
Yeah.
numbers up, dog.
It's a
You know what I mean?
numbers game.
It's a numbers
It's a
game.
numbers game, man.
Dating is a numbers game.
Everything. Getting nice at anything is a numbers game.
It's real.
If you want to get nice at ball, you got to put your shots up.
Yeah.
If you want to get nice at bowling, you got to bowl the ball mad times. If you want to get good at picking freaking women, you have to be around a lot of women
a
to see
fact.
what you like and what you don't like. So, Shorty was doing you a favor, big dog. You know what I mean?
Come to the mic.
Yeah. Ronco, what you think, dog?
I feel like if a woman knows that she's your only option, she's gonna treat you
Oh, yeah.
like she's your only option,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because if you listen to what he's saying, first of all, just because you speak to a chick for 2 weeks
Like,
and you felt like you did everything right,
yeah.
that doesn't guarantee that she's gonna be your freaking girlfriend or your wife or
talking
something
about
like
wife.
that. Yeah, like yo,
He's talking about
bro,
wife,
Like, yo,
father. I want to be a
he-
husband.
And those-
he's already
that's,
committed.
That's honorable. That's very honorable.
Yeah.
Let's not call it honorable.
No,
right?
no. I would call it honorable that he aspires to want to be that for somebody one day. That's it.
Oh, okay,
Not with this chick.
Not
He
with
was
her,
a little
yeah.
naive with this one chick, but he has, you know.
But
a-
you don't
a
go
vision.
you don't go all in because you have a couple of good conversations with a female, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't. Like he's hurt.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all right, you know the girl for
Homie
2
hurt.
weeks. How you that hurt over a girl
Yeah.
you know for 2 weeks, bro? Because
That was the only joint. That was his only joint.
I would love to know
Exactly.
more conversation.
You
That
got
was
like,
his only joint.
yeah.
He was fully invested already in 2
We
weeks.
at the altar. We at
Yeah.
the...
He was probably jumping close on the second date.
Yeah. He was ready.
Yeah. I feel like if you're on a dating site, if you're on dating sites, you have to have a minimum of five females that you're trying to take on dates, because you got to figure out of the 5, one is just probably going to be totally disinterested. Then 2 more probably go on a date and may not like you. Then the last 2, you know, you can dwindle it down to 2 that you may like that may like you too. And then there's a possibility, like a 1 in 5, right? So I would say a minimum of 5. Try 10. You got to really put your numbers up if you're on a dating site.
That's crazy.
You gotta.
You gotta put your numbers up.
You gotta put your numbers up, man.
You
It's
can't
real.
you can't just have one good conversation and be like ready to settle down with a chick.
Yeah.
Because like I said before in the other show, right? He looks like a dude, right? That he may be realistic in the level of women that he's looking to date. He may not be trying to date Beyonce. You know what I mean? He's not trying to date your crazy Instagram model.
Yeah.
He's probably looking.
He wasn't hollering at Bernice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but that woman that he feels like he could get, or that's kind of on his level, she's on social media. She's on the dating site, right? So now the other dudes that she probably never dated in high school and college or even in the world, right? They like the picture. They match with her on the website. So now she thinks she's that level. She can get that level of guy, like to settle down and commit. Now, some of them dudes will go on a date. They'll clap some butt cheeks or whatever, but they ain't gonna settle down with her, right?
No.
But now she thinks she's better than that dude, right? So now he's not, for her, he's not on her level. Cause I got smashed by a dude that was flyer than you. He looked better than you. He maybe had more money, whatever the case may be.
Zero
right?
commitment, but still feel like she doing something.
Yeah,
But
but
she got used.
that extra attention makes them feel like they're on another level.
Well, watching this video makes me understand why the red pill community is so strong now. You know, it's a lot of men like this who turn on a Fresh and Fit podcast on the way home, and they get indoctrinated into women are assholes. You know, and they
But
get
you know what?
indoctrinated into that.
See,
you know,
you don't have any empathy for them, because
I do have empathy.
in the when you think about it, in the real core and the root of everything, they want commitment. They do want commitment.
Right.
They try to preach that shit of like, yo, go date a bunch of women and this, that, and the third. Nah, they don't really want that. They looking for a chick, or they were looking for a chick and it didn't happen for them, and now they're a bad guy now because they didn't get what they wanted. When they were looking to settle down, they wanted commitment, so now they feel like they got to treat women this way.
Okay.
It's like a defense mechanism,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. And it's that defense mechanism that calluses in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And it calluses in a way where you can't learn to like a woman because you just have your defenses up the whole time. So you just keep your every relationship in that transactional.
Because you've been stood up.
Yeah,
you sat
that's
there
what-
for
that's
30
what I
minutes. You
said.
had to eat by yourself. All
what I
that. You
said.
know what I mean?
What do you think about him posting it to social media? I think he gonna get some pussy off that shit.
Oh, of course.
He gonna get
That
some
was-
pity.
that-
He
that
gonna
was-
get
he
some
gonna
pity
get
pussy.
some
course
pity
he
pussy
is,
off that
man.
shit.
His DMs
Some
is
old lady gonna
crazy
call
right
him and be like,
now.
yo, that got a PS5 in the house and a warm apple pie for you, buddy. Come on now. Come on now.
He'll get some pity sex for that.
He'll get some
Do y'all
sympathy
think
for
that women changed though? Like, I mean, the game is different now, right? So do y'all think that women changed?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what do you think changed women? Is it like
The attention they get on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what about the
100%.
So,
attention-
'cause
what
in a
about the
regular
time that
world-
people, What about the kind of guys that are out there nowadays? Like back in the day, tricking was one thing, but now courting was one thing, but courting's a whole nother thing to certain people now.
Courting is now like hit my cash app before we could even talk. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's
So
crazy.
it's a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's wild now. It's
Guys
wild.
in
It's
strip
goofy,
clubs,
right? Like,
Yo, it's
Guys in
crazy.
strip
man.
clubs taking girls out.
I wasn't
the
ready
strip
for
club.
that one.
nah, it's
It's
crazy.
straight up. Fly me out.
Yeah.
Fly me out. How about that? Guys are in strip clubs taking girls out the strip club, putting wedding dresses on them. So these are things that we just didn't do in our code, in our cloth, our fabric of our generation. So the generation's different now. So it changed the women, right? I mean, what do you think about that?
No, 100%.
So
It
do we
definitely
blame the
changed
men?
the women.
What do you blame?
You know, of course. I mean, men are responsible for most things that happen in the community. Ryan hates when I say that, but listen.
Are we responsible for what happens in the home?
No, wait.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Anything.
Can I say something?
Hey.
though?
Yeah, I got here.
It's your show, buddy.
No. The thing is, like you just said, strippers and promiscuous women are getting, they're getting gifted with wedding dresses and lavish lives, and they're getting everything that these women want.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, I gotta be like that.
Yeah.
I gotta dress like that. I gotta have a
Hot
body
girl
like
summer,
that.
yeah.
I gotta be popping off like that. Like they are. I gotta have that same mentality. So now you got a group of women that feel like they're emulating that whole stripper culture, that whole vibe, and now they're trying to make it on some hybrid shit where it's like, yeah, I could dress sexy and do whatever. I could be hood. I could be like a stripper, but yeah, I make money and I do this, that, and the third or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you could totally blame that on men. I think men kind of there's a group of men that do that, but I think
When I blame it on men, I blame it on generations of men. I blame it on.
I don't think you got regular dudes doing that. I think you got regular
Well,
women doing that though.
I'm talking about women who were raised without their fathers. So it starts from a certain place where the father's not in the household, or there's not a relationship with their fathers, and then they kind of see the transactional effect, and they see the hoes winning. You know what I mean? Even if they're a good girl and they went to school and all that, the hoes look like they winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of my clients told me we were having a conversation, and it was all of us, and he said, nowadays in 2023, you can't tell the difference between the good girl and the hoe.
Not even close.
You can't tell. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
You can't tell. And I was like,
And you can't even tell who
He
wants
said-
to be like who.
yeah.
I mean,
And I
who
said,
aspires
wow.
for
I
what?
said, thank God I'm married, man, because
Yo,
I
dog,
can't,
yeah.
I can't do
But-
this, man.
We
Because
reaching
I ain't
back.
flying nobody out.
Listen,
You know?
we made it to the top of the mountain, but
Yeah,
we
man.
reaching back and we trying to get a couple of the homies up with us. That's the only real reason we doing cigars and whiskey, and to get rich, of course. But that's why we got Gene here. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm thinking about
Gene gonna get us
endorsements.
rich. Yeah,
man.
Gene
I'm like,
Gene
all
gonna
right,
get
let's
us
go.
rich, right?
Let's get this money. I'm looking at endorsements. Something, cut the check. You know? Like,
Let's talk about it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. In closing, Ron, you got any advice for the big homie, man?
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Definitely a numbers game.
Mhm.
If you're going to look for a significant other on dating sites, you gotta get your numbers up. Minimum of 5, probably like 10. You gotta go through at least like 10 women in order to figure that out. To make something happen.
Yeah.
Also, I hate to say this because I feel like it's wild, and I thought we were in a day and age where men could actually be vulnerable, but they can't.
You know we can't.
You can't.
man,
You
you
can't.
can't,
Like,
You
yo,
know men cannot be vulnerable, dog.
bro,
You know.
this dude, he'll get some pity sex from this, but the same woman that'll give him that pity sex will be like, all right, see you later. And he'll fall in love, but
Yeah.
I
See
gave
you
you
later.
some and be happy with that.
Be
And she
happy
gonna
and
move, you know what I mean?
Nah, she trying to go viral from laying in the bed with this nigga. Like, yo.
And when she done with him, she done with him.
And she
right?
done with him. She done with him.
So
but that
like,
goes to like our mission statement. Almost, we haven't really come to it, but
you talk about being stoic. You know what I mean?
I talk about being stoic, and we also speak about fuck with who like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta rock with who rock with you. You know what I mean? Like you will know when a woman rocks with you. You know what I mean? If Shorty seen you and she ain't even get to meet you and she just checked you out, she not ready for you. You know what I mean? Big homie, you gotta really just buckle up, put your numbers up, put the work in, get good at this thing, and meet the right person. And the person that shows up at that date is not gonna be the right person. You're probably gonna go on dates for maybe a year until you find the right person. And you might take her for granted.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. With guys, like, we rock with someone who don't rock with us, and then we like, maybe we don't think she good enough for us. We gonna play the field a little bit more.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Dudes do that shit all the time.
Play the game. You know what I mean? So
nix the flowers too. Yeah. You didn't bring those flowers on the first date.
Yeah. And I know plastic though. You gotta put them shits in some fly like paper.
I don't think you do that. Like,
not the CVS flowers, big dog.
I don't even like. No, I don't think. Yo, bro,
plastic.
You might be doing too much, man. It's the first date.
Yeah. Treat her like shit a little bit. Yo, women like to be treated like shit a little bit. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Yo, go to the bathroom for half an hour and just watch her. You can see like if she's scrambling for that bill and then come back like, all right, you thought I was playing with you. Yo, snap on her the whole time. Like, yo, you wore that? You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, you gotta bring women down to your level, though.
What are those?
Yeah, what are those? Like, what you doing? Are you ordering that? All right, we do that. Yeah, that's it. But yo, you come on, man. You can't. Come on, big dog. Yeah, holla at us, though. Yo. Our email's in the bio. Mm-hmm. Holla at us. Yeah. We'll help you through this whole thing. You know what I mean, big dog? Yeah, man.
All right.
What we got next?
I don't even know what we got next. Let's see.
Are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas. And number 2, be proactive. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax.
Killing black family. That's why that dude got stood up, man.
We're gonna go one at a time.
They
We're
say-
gonna go one at a time. We're gonna let our guests go first.
Yeah.
We're gonna let our guests go first. Unless you want to. You want a
I
minute?
mean,
Think about it.
no, it's crazy to me, man. Like, you know, there has to be someone for you. Like, you know, for you to go to purposely want to be a single mom, you know, like, I don't get it, man.
Before we start there,
I don't get it, man.
we did this exercise
I don't get
a
it.
couple of months back, but I feel like we should do it again. What's your definition of a single mother?
A single mom?
Yeah. What's your
Single mom is to me.
Yeah,
it's
to you.
A woman that is raising kids with no male presence in that house. So everything that
if he's
kid
paying
knows,
child support, but he's not around, is that a single mother? Because she's getting financial.
No, that's not a single mom.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about single mom is like that.
Mm.
You know, like I go to like, okay, I have one of my friends, no names,
All right.
but he didn't want a baby mama, so what he did was he did the surrogate. He paid $100,000 to go buy a baby, and he's a single dad.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yes. And
Wow.
he's like, yo, if I'm going to pay child support, it'll cost the same amount of money.
Wow.
So I might as well just do it myself. And
Can
so-
I,
Wow.
he's. I'm sorry. I hate to ask this, but is he straight? He's.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. He's straight. Okay.
He's straight. Bro, this guy set it up, man. He went and bought a baby.
Right.
Couldn't
What?
believe it, man.
What-
That's the first
what-
time I've ever seen it.
Well,
so when
you don't call it he bought a baby, because when a woman gets a surrogate, it's like, all right, use a surrogate.
Yeah.
He's like, he just bought
No,
a
but
baby.
he didn't want any woman
you-
to be around
yeah.
his baby. He just wanted to have a baby.
yeah. So when I saw this clip, it's literally the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they're like promoting it. You know, it's just
So
like
what's
if he made like a commercial like, hey fellas, if you don't want to go to court, if you don't want baby mama drama, get your money out, you know, take your credit card and go to Panama
Yeah.
or go to this place
Buy egg.
and buy an egg.
Yeah.
And then you'll be there 9 months later. And what they do is the woman has the baby. They have a sheet over her like stomach. The baby comes out, and they literally take the baby. The baby never sees the mom, and then they just hand you the kid.
So the kid's growing up with no mother.
No mother ever. No breast milk, no nothing,
He doesn't feel like.
bro. I don't know what he feels, but what I'm saying is,
I don't know what he
I don't know what he feels, man.
I don't know what he feels. I don't know what
But
he
like, someone,
What's his dating history like? Have
Bro,
you seen him with
yeah,
women? Yeah. And he has no things
Bro.
of settling down with a woman.
bro. Let me tell you, man.
That
Nothing.
kid will settle your ass down anyway.
Because you know what's weird?
That's crazy.
What's a little weird about it
It
is
was
that
from me. I'm looking at it like
I'm
what?
sorry, GB.
no,
I'm
no,
like what?
no, because men have time. It's women that are on a clock that you have to kind
See,
of
but
like.
he's
He's
he's tired. Yeah, he's older than us.
Oh, okay.
So he just like, yo, I'm
Alright.
tired of my family saying, give them a, he's Haitian. So he's like, yeah,
Haitian did that shit.
Haitian dude.
Oh shit.
So he's like, yo, man, I'm tired of people saying like, hey, and guess what? You know what? I got enough money, man. Yo, let me
Yeah,
just do
man,
this.
get
So
it.
it's just, so if he's not,
So who's raising the kid for him?
he is.
He has enough money to have like a
Of
nanny
course.
and like stuff like that, and
Of
just
course, bro,
people
he's
just
set
come
up.
in.
He's good.
Yeah.
He already got real estate. Like yo, you know. But the thing is, it's like, so when you see infomercials like this, I think of him, and I'm like, well, if he's not wrong, you know, is she wrong? You know, for me, I think both. I don't think you should do it. I think you should build a family.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
don't-
think the kid. I think it's a disservice to the kid
Absolutely.
because the kid is gonna be like, wait, what? Where's my mom?
All right, so if we're gonna
Where's my
reverse, let's reverse engineer this thing. are nuclear families overrated?
I don't think so, man. I think it's necessary for healthy humans, yo.
But there's a lot of
You know what I
healthy humans. There are a lot of healthy humans that do not grow up in nuclear families. But they
I
are.
don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't talk for everybody.
Do you know that for a fact?
I think-
or you
I-
just
No,
assume?
no. There are people.
They're not
I know that.
dealing. They're not dealing with anything.
I don't know if the
trauma.
numbers are in their favor, but I know that, and there is trauma. There is trauma, but I think some people can persevere past the trauma.
The statistics are not in those people's favor.
No,
Like
okay.
if you like, basically the stats show that you put your kid at most statistical disadvantages if they don't have two parents.
Right.
So it could work out for some people, but I don't know. The odds, the probability of you being whatever, I guess whatever we peg as like a upstanding citizen in society or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying everybody that doesn't have two parents is bad or
No, of
Yeah,
course
no,
not. No.
No.
but you want to put your child at the greatest advantage to succeed in life,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And I think every child needs some female presence and some male presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Her, like, I think she does an excellent job of saying, like, stupid stuff and articulating it very well.
Yeah.
Like, she could, I think, like, she's put here in order to confuse the black community, specifically black women. Because I'm like, yo, how are you talking about this shit like it's actually good?
Yeah.
And she's really selling it.
She's really selling it, man.
Like really selling it. Like
If she was in Declos Tyrone, what product would she be selling?
I have no idea. Man. Yo,
What's something that modern women really grab? What's the one like?
First thing I thought
Bonnets.
about was like something with the hair, man.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't know. What I see when I'm listening to something like that is, I know her backstory. She didn't grow up with a father in her home. She grew up with a single mother, and I feel like she's still hurt from that. And I feel like
it's dangerous.
she's learned to cope with that hurt by multiplying her hurt and making it like, okay, what happened to me was normal, and let's just keep this thing going. You know, she's trying to indoctrinate people.
I think she's a hater. They're not gonna call her a hater,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she has money and shit. But I think she's a hater, right?
Of what? Black men? Because that's the
Families
thing.
and all that. People that got they
When
pops
she
and
was
all that
dating,
shit.
she wasn't really checking for black men. Her last fiance.
This is why I think she's
Was-
she's a plug for like she's been inserted into the community to confuse everybody.
So to give a little backstory on her, she was dating a white man during COVID. COVID happened and everybody had to quarantine. No, she was engaged to a white man during COVID. During the quarantine, the white man went home to his ex-wife and to his family and left her by herself.
Oh. Trauma.
Completely with Saran on that. So it's not so much like she's doing like a covert thing, but she hates black men already. That's probably why she's dealing with a white guy, because she probably thinks black guys are all dogs, black guys all cheat. She probably selected the wrong type of black dudes when she was younger, maybe. Now she's gonna try a white guy. And the white guy ain't really respecting her, whatever the case may be. She probably dogging black people all day. He probably not liking that. I don't know what the reason is. But now she has no options. So, I mean, I kind of agree with what Saran was saying on that note, because I feel like she's causing hurt to the black family. When she's talking, it sounds like an agenda that a certain set of people would want for black people.
Yeah.
You You know what I mean? Taking away the black family. That's what it sounds like to me. Another person trying to take away the black family.
Yeah.
Because it threatens certain type of people.
Of course.
And
That's what it sounds like.
the crazy thing is that they give certain people platforms and they give like dangerous information,
Right.
right? So you might have a whole slew of young black women that are getting educated and getting in their careers, and they're like,
Getting their
I look
paper
up
up.
to her. I look up to her.
Yeah.
So she's not even saying give it a shot to try to find your person so you could build a family with.
even
It's
waste
like,
your
no,
time.
just skip that.
Yeah, skip
Don't even
that.
try to
Don't
deal
even
with it,
try-
right?
You, yeah.
And she like, all right, she probably is dealing
Wow.
with what she's her trauma with the guy leaving her and going back to his family. Her father probably did the same shit to her mom's, like, yo, left them and started a whole new family or something like that. You know, you never know what happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, I went through this, but I'm successful, then you should just skip all the other BS because I went through it. And
What if she thinks she was better off like that? And anyway, what if she went through that and her prognosis of going through that was like, yo, you know what? I was better off going through it like this, and y'all are better. What
can't
if
say
she
that,
really
though.
believed the shit that she kicking?
just because it worked, I don't even know if it worked for her.
Yeah.
Because we would only say it worked for her because she's educated and she has money, right?
Mm.
But we don't know how her life is. Like we don't see her when she goes home. She might be home in her place, lonely as hell.
Yo,
Yeah.
remember that show, Being Mary Jane?
Yes.
That's what this reminds you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She up. She taking care of her family,
Yep.
and
She was in her beautiful home,
Yeah.
miserable,
miserable. Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. And just had dudes just coming back and
Yeah.
forth, run up that bad
Yep.
fucking body count.
Yep.
Yeah. If there's a longer version of that clip, and she said that just if you have the means to young women, buy the sperm, and if you do meet a man, you can donate it to a friend that might be in need of that sperm, or you could sell it back to the bank. So she's almost treating it like an insurance policy.
Wow.
So it's a little bit more thought out than just hate.
Bro.
Yeah.
I would say to black women, all right, if you can't even find a black dude, if you can't find your black sperm, before you go do what she says, I promote black households, right? If you can't find it, go find somebody of another race before you start thinking about
Yeah.
going to a sperm bank
Yeah.
and just like, yo,
Okay.
raising a child as a single woman.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Like, yo, that shit is difficult, bro.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's difficult. And you gonna make these women kamikaze themselves into a life that they don't even know.
But
Like-
why is it difficult? Because you're outsourcing a lot of the nurturing, like a lot of the important things.
Bro. A father needs to be there, a mother needs to be there.
Yes.
Why does the father need to be there?
The same reason why a mother needs to be there. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance. A child
Well, what are
needs
the
balance.
things that a father brings to a household?
Maybe discipline, maybe
Discipline,
some structure.
Yeah.
Work ethic. I mean, well, I don't want to say just work ethic. Work ethic on both sides, but it's just like what I saw in my dad. My dad woke up at 4:00 in the morning every single day. Went to work. I got my work ethic from my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw my mom
Same
work
here.
2 jobs too,
Mm.
but I've seen, my mom used to. Her grind was crazy too.
Yeah.
She woke up at 7. She got us to school. She made breakfast. She cooked dinner before she went to work.
Right.
So when we came home from school, dinner was there. My
Yeah.
dad's plate was on his table.
Mm.
So my dad came home at 7. My mom's at her second job at the hospital, and now we ate. And then my dad is preparing for his next day. This is what I saw.
If I'm playing devil's advocate,
You know what I mean?
if I'm playing devil's
Like,
advocate, if
yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate, it sounds like your mom had to take care of an extra person with your dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
no.
just playing
My
devil's
dad,
advocate.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
because you're not
my
really.
dad.
Yeah.
My dad, right, was just straight discipline and structure.
Right.
My mom took care of
With the
everything else.
nurturing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nurture, school, everything.
Right.
Like my mom took care of the laundry. She took care of the food. She took care of going to school, parent teacher night. She took care of buying him clothes, going to the supermarket.
Right.
My dad was like, yo, I'm going to take care of the home
Right.
so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But you take care of them. I'll
So-
be here but then if my mom, if we got out of line, me, my sister and I, as soon as my dad came through those doors, she would say, honey, Gene did this, Stephanie did this. Without question,
Yeah.
we got our ass whipped. You know what I mean? Like it was like, yo, there was no like, did it happen? Let me negotiate. It was like straight.
Yeah, y'all ain't
boom.
got no lawyers.
Yeah, there was no lawyers. There was no like, let me tell you my side. Like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting because in raising our son now, my wife and I, because of what I saw,
Right.
I try to do that, but it doesn't work that way. My wife is like, yo, we doing this together. Like, so if I put on his shirt, you put on his pants.
Gotcha.
If I feed him, you wash the dishes. Like,
Okay.
if I do this, you do that. And then some days.
How's it feel?
Yeah.
It feels natural?
If at first it didn't.
Okay.
Because, I'm coming from a Haitian background, coming from what I saw for 40 years or 30 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, man,
Yeah.
But that's the new age, what you're
But-
talking about. That's
yeah.
how
But this
most
is the
couples
new age.
operate. Yeah.
This is how it operates.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is cool because it's funny because I have a deeper relationship with my son,
Right.
which I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have real conversations. Like having conversations with my dad is like weird. Like I could go a month without talking, 2 months, 3 months without speaking to my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it would be weird for my son to grow up and not have a conversation every day with me.
So if a woman,
You know?
if a woman grew up in your situation with your dad, like your sister and your dad, would it be weird if your sister came with that Ebony K. Williams talking point? Like, yo, I really kind of could do this by myself.
Yeah,
I don't
no, my
really
sister
need-"
wouldn't do that.
Okay, all right.
Like, yeah, no, I get that straight up.
Yeah,
I'm talking for you stuff, but I don't think so.
All right, all right.
You know what I mean? Like-
all right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that shit is just perpetuating the cycle. Like these are what these like if you're gonna do that, you probably go in hating men, and then as you have that baby and you start taking care of that baby day in and day out, year after year, and you be like, yo, now you didn't try to bring a man in to help you. You made the choice to do it by yourself. Now you're gonna continue to hate men like
okay.
like you had a baby pops that left you or some shit like
But
that.
let's
But you
not
made
go
the
to
choice.
the extreme of hating. Let's just go. Let's move it in a couple of notches and be like not seeing a need for. I can raise a kid.
Yo,
I'm just playing devil's
women
advocate
need-
here
Yo, they,
for the
they
sake
gonna,
of
it's gonna be a
conversation.
time they gonna need some help.
There's-
Maybe they can get it
Well,
from their
they
mother.
got their mothers and they got their sisters and they got other
Okay.
people in the community. Maybe they don't want a whole nother dude in the house that is stuck in that structure, in that old structure that I gotta take care of the babies and I gotta take care of you, and I have enough money that I don't need you.
All right.
So,
wait,
let me just
okay,
take
wait.
care of the
Oh, let me
babies.
say, okay.
Okay.
I could debunk your whole shit,
Please.
because the only thing is, dudes are not. There's no lack of dudes willing to have babies. They
Nah.
just don't want to pay child
Niggas is
support.
skeevy.
So if you got a chick that's willing to pay for that, and she not gonna get you for child support, it's dudes that'll go half on the baby with a woman. So why? You could have some male presence. I could have a relationship with my kid as long as you're not trying to take me to court, and you could do everything you want to do independently.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta have all that extra,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But she is kicking some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's how you know she kicking some bullshit.
Let me just take it another step forward. Was like, okay, men and women are making relationships right now transactional. So now it just looks like the transactional state of affairs are going into childcare and child rearing. They're just making it completely transactional. I'm going to pay this amount. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to take care of the baby. This has been happening in lesbian communities for a while. You've just seen the Brat having a baby, you know what I mean? They pick their donor and they pick whatever, and they just having it on the side. So if a single woman is making enough money that she don't got to take care of a dude and do all that other stuff, you know what I mean? This is just the exercise. I don't believe this shit that I'm saying.
Why are we talking about taking care of a dude, though?
Cause that's the old school way of doing it. Cause Gene's story is our story. You know what I mean? Like Dad was around, but Dad was the breadwinner, and
Yeah, came home.
he it wasn't all that. Huh?
No, yeah,
Don't kick dirt on Pa Dukes.
Yeah,
though.
my dad
He took us
wasn't like
outside,
that.
showed us, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
how to change some brakes and all that
Yeah.
shit, and do all that other shit. You know what I mean? It was some Pop Duke shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
Monday
yeah,
night
yeah,
was
yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
It was wrestling. WWE.
Right.
Yeah.
And you start stinking.
You can come watch.
think he take you to the drugstore and be like, yo, try the deodorant, like little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, like it's certain things Pops is good for, but
Yo, I remember.
becoming a father, there were certain things that, I mean, a big part of me being a father is taking the good things and the things that I felt like I was missing,
Yeah.
I improve on.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why we're better dads now. That's why this conversation now seems so foreign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because men are better now.
Yeah.
We do homework.
Yep.
We cook. We
Yep.
do things. We help around the house. We could live better
Yes.
in this companionship. And, you know,
Yes.
there are stats that a nuclear family are better for raising children.
I'm telling
So
you,
why is she fighting?
a-
If she's so smart,
She's
why
a
is she
plant.
fighting
She's
nature?
the ops,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. She's a plant, bro.
Yeah.
That's where her job is.
Man, nasty work.
Her job
Yo,
is to
bro,
break
cool.
up the families.
And
Nasty
she'll
work, bro.
articulate some stupid ass point. Like she'll articulate it super well. And
Oh, yeah.
she'll have people believing like, oh, she's right.
Yeah.
No,
if
for
you
real.
listen to what she's saying, like, yo, that shit makes no sense
What you
whatsoever.
say, GB? Nasty work, GB?
Nasty work, my boy.
Nasty work.
Yo, devil's advocate, man.
Please.
What if she's just trying to help those who are who feel like they've tried everything? Because no, listen. Whether you believe it or not, there are a selection of people who feel like no matter who they pick, they don't do well, or something always goes wrong, or I'm just saying.
But we're cutting the
What-
relationship thing. We're just
But-
talking about going half on the baby.
Yeah, but you still referring to Shorty though. I was referring to what Shorty was kicking, Ebony.
No, I understand that. She's telling you to not have no interaction with no man. Just go to a sperm bank and
It
and
might-
have a baby,
But
right?
there might be a select couple of people she's
But
that
all
might
I-
need to hear that.
What I'm saying is that if people were like, yo, all right, if our relationship doesn't work out, I want to have children. I want to have a kid. Lady wants to have a kid, man wants to have a kid. We could have a kid, right? You're financially straight, I'm financially straight. Nobody's taking anybody to court. We can co-parent, we could, whatever. I just think, how could you even justify raising a child without one of the parents when there's a possibility for the parent
Well,
to be
this
there?
is the thing.
Now, if
No.
God forbid the parent's not there for whatever reason,
Right. But that doesn't. I don't think. See, I think the door is still open for a man to join later on. I just want, you know what I'm saying? I think
be a
it's
stepfather.
well, because all right,
Yeah, right.
all right. But now think about it though. Okay, now a man. Well, she's pretty hot, so somebody's gonna holler at it, right? Somebody's gonna holler at that, no matter
Time
what.
running out on her though.
You know how us guys get.
I saw
Somebody will
I
get
saw
at
she
it.
running out.
Now picture this. Now
some reason why it ain't happened for you,
you mean to tell me that there's not a million dudes in the DM trying to
bro.
hit
Like
it?
yo,
She
You're
don't
bro.
want it, bro.
You're bugging. All I'm trying to say is this.
Yo, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That.
Now, a guy who walks in, new guy comes into to a situation, and there's no baby dad. It's like a baby, but there's no like other guy that I have to deal with in the midst. It may be a profitable situation
I'm
for a guy
saying
who
most-
sees a good-looking girl, All right, maybe he's a little older.
So okay, you feel like a guy will come in a situation to say, yeah, okay,
Might be ready-made.
You got a baby, right? And I'll take care of your baby that's not mine, or I'll help with your baby that's not mine.
People do it all the time. Guys do it all the time. Every day around the world, there's some guy taking care of a kid that's not his.
No, what I'm saying, either or. I don't think it matters if the kid has the father in the life or not.
Once he hear the story, cool. Once he hear the story, if that was me and I was dating a shorty, you know what I mean? And on the third date, she was like, "Yo, I got a son and all that," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. You and the father fly?" I'm like, honestly, I don't know the father. And then she be like, "Yo,
that's a problem for you."
Nah, but then it'd be like, "Oh, okay, it didn't work out. I went to a sperm bank and I went and had a baby."
Right.
I'm like, "Why you do that?"
But listen,
I'm like,
man,
"Yo, you kind of weird." Like, I don't think she
so.
weird.
I don't
I'm like,
think
"You
so.
goofy."
I don't think so. But I will say this:
No guys you met at college. Like, nobody.
The competitive nature of man, right? It's like the competitive nature. Right. It's kind of like, okay, when women see the guy that they know is not right, and they feel like they could be the one to change him. Maybe this is the reverse, where a competitive nature will step into a guy.
You can always have another one. That's the first one. That's what she's treating it like. She's treating it like an insurance plan, an insurance policy. Like, in case I don't have one, I will have one, you know what I mean, in the future. And I just really just feel like it's a smack in the face to black fathers. Listen, we are doing great. Black fathers today are doing amazing. We are taking on responsibilities of other men's kids. We are staying in there. We are dealing with the bullshit. You know what I mean? And we're in a lot of situations, we're the better parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Greg, man, I love that, man.
Yo, listen.
So the views of GB are not necessarily the views of Cigars and Whiskey, its writers, producers, or the smoking section.
In some situations,
I ain't talking about myself. I ain't talking about myself. I want that. I don't want that kind of smoke.
I don't want that type of smoke either, man.
No.
I'm on camera with this guy.
No.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to dissect that, but I don't know if it's the right time. I do want to dissect that a little bit, though.
Yo,
I don't know if it's the right time for that. Might be another episode.
We're doing great, and she's broken. And dog, we try to play devil's advocate for. I do
believe the guy's stock is up. Men's stock as the parents, we're up right now.
Right.
Big facts.
We're up. Like you said, all of the other unconventional things that we're trying to, I got a daughter. I have to brush some hair sometimes. I gotta fucking get the grease. I gotta brush some hair. I can't be like, yo, I'm gonna just let you go outside looking crazy because your mom is not here to brush your hair. Gotta do it.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
We fill in the blanks perfectly fine. If wifey gotta work overtime or she working late or whatever, we do what we gotta do.
Stock is up, man. Our stock is up. Come on the NASDAQ. We on the
great job.
GOP. Yeah. What is it? The 500. We're up right now.
No, yeah. Our stock is up, man. There's that gang. There's a bunch of us, man. So
we good.
Yeah, we good.
What's up the next joint? What's the next joint?
Is it? Yeah, 4.
What's up, bro? Oh. Chico, man. You alright? Alright. It ain't gotta be like this, man. Don't gotta be like this. We can talk. I just wanna go on by my way. Hey, just chill for a minute. Just let me talk to you, alright? I'm gonna put mine down, you put yours down. Let's talk. I just wanna go on by my way, though. Hey, everything gonna be alright, bro. All we got to do is talk, all right? Hey, I done been there, dog. I done been on that side. All you got to do is talk to me, dog. What's wrong, man? What's wrong?
A lot of things going on.
All right, you got to put that down, though, so we can talk. And let's talk about what you got going on. I promise you. Bro, I ain't going to call the police or nothing. But you got to talk to me, all right? You can't do it like this. Let's just talk, bro. You want to make some money? Let's talk about making some money. All right? All right? This ain't the life you want to live, bro. Come talk to me. I'm putting mine down now. Come on in. Come talk to me, man.
This is my brother, man.
All right.
My little brother.
Let's talk about your little brother in the house, dog. Let's get from out here. All right?
Yeah, I saw that clip a couple times this week,
Yep.
and I knew you were coming on. And I know I do a show with y'all, and I know y'all are way better men than I am. And I was like, yo, listen, like y'all, I have a feeling that y'all could kind of relate to this. Like y'all could relate to this a little bit more than I can, because there is not a world where someone is gonna be in my backyard with a firearm, and I'm drawing on him with a firearm, and I'm not blowing his head off. It's not happening. Yeah. I don't got it in me. So walk me off the ledge. I don't know.
Yeah,
What y'all think about this?
I mean, interesting part about it is
yeah,
when I saw the clip,
yeah,
I said, okay. I said, you see, it's just another black boy crying for help, and he doesn't know how to. So when babies need help, right? When you try to communicate something, what do?
cry.
When they become toddlers, what do?
Cry, whine,
They act up.
act up. Okay.
But if they never learn how to communicate and how to express a feeling or whatever, they become teenagers. And then nothing happens. They still don't learn it. Then they become that kid. Then he's in your backyard. Right? He
With the
didn't
gun.
really want to rob the guy. He was just trying to figure out. He's like, yo, his friends probably like, yo, you want to take care of your cousin? This is what your brother, you got to go and do B&Es. He just went to the
Wrong house.
you know?
It seemed like you went to the right house.
But he went to the right house.
Absolutely, yeah.
He went to the wrong house, but the right house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Because he's like, yo, you need money, man? You need a job? Talk to me. And you could tell this kid, because he could have went crazy like, nah, bro, like this is a setup. You want me in your house so you could tie me up and call the cops. He's like, yo, bro, I'm not going to call the cops. I'm not going to shoot you. Like, just talk to me. And the kid went in the house, put the gun down, and they probably had a conversation. And it just brought me back to, so in Brooklyn, there's a company called Exalt. It's a nonprofit. And what the city does is when a teenager does a crime, regardless of what it is, the courts give them a second chance. And they say, look, we're going to partner you with Exalt or a company like that, and you're going to go with mentors.
Okay.
So almost 10 years I've been taking these kids on.
Wow, okay.
Right?
All right.
10 years.
Yeah.
These kids, gun charges,
Wow.
robbery,
Wow.
burning a girl's hair in school, like
Wow.
wild stuff.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like real serious stuff that we probably never even did.
Yeah.
But these kids are 15, 14
Yeah.
in gangs
At that age,
at that age.
where it could be,
And a lot
it
of
could
them,
change their life. It
a
could
lot
change
of
the
them,
whole thing.
not to bring it back, but to bring it back, to make all together. most of those guys didn't have fathers in their life.
Right.
They don't have. Both parents weren't there.
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, when I see that video, I'm surprised that probably at the end or probably inside. That's why he was like, "Yo, let's get off this camera," because he knows that there's a camera out there. So he's like, "Yo, come inside."
It's
So,
his camera.
Yeah, but he probably, I guarantee you, there was a hug that night.
Right.
That guy never probably got a hug from, like, a man. He probably never got a hug from his dad. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, that's a hurt boy.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, even with those programs, I remember most of those kids changed their life. Yo, one of them, Galaxon, shout out to Galaxon, he ended up going to college, right? He ended up going to college, graduating. He's working with me still,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He was part of the intern program, which is they call it internship, but it's like a mentorship internship.
Yeah.
So the program pays these kids. So not only do you not go to jail, right?
Yeah. You get
Go
a
into
job.
the program.
Yeah.
They pay you to be part of this.
Okay.
So if you decide to go the opposite way, now it's on you. You're going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to Rikers.
Yeah.
But we're giving you an opportunity, so you can't. So the DA's office is like, yo, we're giving you a shot. And a lot of these kids. Now, I had one time where this kid was not like, he was from Brownsville.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo,
He just wasn't
'cause
clicking.
I was like, because you have to have a certain dress code, and all he wanted to do is wear T-shirts, a white tee.
Yeah.
And so I said, yo, the program states that you can't dress like this.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I can't. And I was like, I can't wear church clothes on my block. I can't walk down my block with this clothes. I said, okay, so put it in the bag, and when you get here, change. And then he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't
And
get
so
past that
he couldn't get past the block. And I had to tell him, like, most of the people that you can't walk past don't own on that block. They can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Except
that block
kill 'em.
is still going to exist past all of us. You need to grow past the block, too.
Right.
You can't let the block dictate your future. If you don't do this, you're going to jail.
Any of those
And he
kids?
chose that.
Any of we chose to go back to jail?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the one
That's-
kid.
that's
man.
crazy.
I couldn't.
Any of the kids
I
that you
remember-
mentioned that you mentored have they ever been in your home?
In my home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the mic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A few of them, because it's interesting about exposure, right? And sometimes I look at exposure. I remember a couple years ago, a family friend, someone close to the family. This kid was like, at the time he had to be like 8, and he's with both parents separated. He lived with his grandma, right, in the city, and he hated his life at 7, 8 years old. So enough so where they were walking across the street one day, and this kid was like, at the green light, try to run and get hit by a car. So when they thought it was an accident, right? They thought it was an accident, and they were like, "Oh, you okay?" He was like, "Yo, I was trying to do that. I was trying to kill myself at 7."
That's crazy.
So they put him in a home, right? They did evaluations on him. They put him in the hospital, actually, not a home. They put him in the hospital, did some psych evals on him. And one of the ways, the stipulations for him to come home was like, they had to like go through this process with him. But then a suggestion was to for us to take him in.
You.
Me
Wow.
and my wife. My wife and I.
Okay.
So I said, my first reaction was no.
Okay.
And I'm going to be real, man.
I'm listening to you.
I said no because my son comes from a very happy home. And I didn't want that type of exposure of negativity in my home. I didn't want...
Could they say a bad apple ruins the bunch?
I didn't want my son to have that in his presence 24/7, sleeping in his room, talking to him when we're not there. My wife was like, no. And the other part about it is, even though as much exposure as I wanted to give kids, right, sometimes a kid that hates his life, you're going to show him what a good life looks like.
Yeah. He might hate his life more.
He might hate his life more.
Yeah.
I come home, so of course my wife says, no, we're taking him in.
Okay.
So I said, okay, all right, remember that. I come home that night, walking down the steps. My son always greets me, runs to me, Daddy. You know what this kid said? What do you think, Ron? What do you think?
Who, your son?
No, the other kid.
Other kid.
What do you think? So
I
my
can't
son,
even guess it.
my son runs up to me, Daddy, welcome home.
Yeah.
What does that kid say?
I have no idea.
Daddy, welcome home.
Okay.
So my son says, whoa, that's not your daddy. That's my daddy.
Right.
Beef starts right there. We go walk the dog, right? We go walk the dog, and the kid is like, oh, I want to walk the dog too. So he's trying to be, he wants that.
Yeah, he wants it.
So he's like, oh, I want to walk the dog too. So my son is walking the dog. So he's like, no, you can't walk the dog. It's a pit bull. Like, you know, the dog don't know you like that. He might drag you down, like, you know. So the kid kicks my dog. What do you think my son does? Pounds the kid.
Okay.
Pounds the kid out. Yo, you hit my dog? Pip, pip, pip.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So now this is the type. So anyway, long story short, it lasted a week.
Okay.
My son got into like 3 fights with this kid in like a span of a week. Whipped him out like 3 times. I'm breaking up fights. This kid is cursing in my house. My son is beating him up because he's like, you can't curse in my house. You can't say bad words. Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking at my wife like, yo. So one day I'm at work. Something bad happened. And then my wife made the call like, yo, come get this kid, man. Like, this can't work. So exposure in certain levels is one thing. You know, I brought one kid because I knew he had no family to go to Thanksgiving. So I was like, you know what? Come over. It's going to be a bunch of different people, so it's going to be cool. Yeah. So he started crying at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You know, which was cool. We embraced him. Everybody was like taking him in.
Yeah.
But it was like you could see how people are affected by the families, man. Yeah. So when people when people think it's just like nothing's gonna happen, we're just gonna raise a kid because a baby is just gonna be a baby. No, a baby's gonna grow up.
Yeah.
To be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And this cycle, you gotta break it.
Absolutely.
So if you can, you know, you make your marriage work. You make your families work. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have, like, this, that's why there's like this, you meet a woman, you marry her, you court her or whatever, you date, you marry her, and then you have a baby.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have a baby first,
and then try to work it out.
Then try to work it out. That's me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Baby, because that's what I saw.
Right.
You know? That's what I saw.
Yeah.
And I noticed that everybody on the opposite side, it didn't work out for them. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so I'm not doing that, you know, in business. That's what made me, so successful? Because I saw what the people in business did wrong. I saw what people did right, and I took a little bit of both. So to make myself like this super entrepreneur guy.
Absolutely.
And then it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
you do things that work, you know?
Improve on the design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't try
absolutely.
to reinvent the wheel.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Just improve on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, marriage is not easy.
No.
Marriage is not easy at all.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
No.
But it takes work. It takes partnership. It takes commitment.
Mhm.
Right? But at the same time, like, watching videos like that, as a man, I see, like, okay, even though these kids out here, man, we can either see them on the news or we can help them. Hopefully, we can help them before they come in our yards with the gun.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
Yeah.
Exalt is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what these
Yeah.
programs are.
Yeah.
That's why mentorship is important, you know?
Very.
Because a lot of these kids, this one kid, he's in his second year in college.
Okay.
He's wearing a suit every day.
Yeah.
He's working at the mayor's office now.
Real change. Real change. Right.
But 2 years ago, he was a
Yeah.
blood.
That's crazy.
Pack of
But
cocaine
you,
in his
but you
bag
speak
with
about
the burner.
yeah, but you
With the
speak
ghost
about
gun.
the you speak about the
Insane, bro.
duty of marriage, and one of the things expected of a man in marriage is to protect, and like how you protected your family by separating your son from that child. Like that boy is already at that level where he's packing a firearm
Yeah.
in your backyard.
Yeah.
Now, if that was your wife that came out, or if that was your son that came out,
Yeah.
would it have been so, like you caught the drop on homie.
Yeah.
You got the drop on him.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
But I feel like,
Yeah.
that video is a little dangerous.
It is.
No, it is dangerous.
Because
Very.
it makes you feel like, there's a way to help people.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to help people.
Yeah.
That's something like, honestly, I'd have just neutralized the target. If he got a gun, I got a gun. I'm doing the math. I seen him position himself in front of the what's the name? In front of the grill. I'd have just went full Call of Duty on him and just went prone, took his knees out, and then I would have, maybe I wouldn't have finished him,
Yeah.
but I would have definitely disarmed him,
Yeah.
and then we could talk.
And then we can talk.
But there's a difference between
Yeah.
like growing up. Like I've had bicycles stolen out of my yard. I've
Yeah.
had things stolen out of my yard. You know what I mean? Where I wasn't there, but you also hear of bad things happening.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that dude may have had like a similar background. Because
Of course.
most
He
Yeah.
said that.
He said that.
no, yeah, because
Yeah.
any other like if you didn't go through that type of
Yeah.
stuff or do that type of stuff,
Yeah.
just out of nervousness, if
Yeah.
you got your gun, you
It ain't
probably-
nervousness. It ain't nervousness.
Well,
I'm a square. I
you-
can't
you-
relate. I'm a square. So I've never been in someone's backyard with a gun. I can't relate.
Yeah, no.
It's not nervousness. It's neutralizing a threat.
As soon as I ain't gonna lie, as soon as he pulled his gun, pop.
Yeah.
It'd have
Just
been over.
it would just been a reaction.
Yeah.
But I think that dude, he might come from that walk of life. So he
Right.
like, yo,
Let's
this
talk
ain't
this
this
thing
ain't-
out.
this not the first time somebody pulled a gun on me.
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause
Or I
you
squared
seen-
off with
There
somebody.
was another video when those two guys are coming into the that guy. I think it's his name is on Instagram, Mr. Weeks or something like that. He has like a red Ferrari, and these dudes try to come in his yard and steal his car. Yo, this guy came out blasting.
Okay.
So it was the opposite.
Mhm.
You know, there was no talking.
Yeah.
He was chasing him down the block with boxes on with the burner. Bang, bang. Right? So it was different. You know, like, I think this guy clearly he's probably been doing, he did that in the past.
Yeah.
He changed his life.
Right.
And he was looking at it like, you know what?
This is me a long
This
time
is
ago.
me a long time ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if I could save this kid from going to jail and going down the path I went, right, then I could do something different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story real quick, right? So there was this, we're in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, and my wife and I had a frozen yogurt business called Brooklyn Swirl.
Swirl, shut
And
up.
there was a lady, like 2 blocks down, and she had a son. And her son, you know, at that time where credit cards was, the credit card scam, the scammers, that's what they were doing. All these teenagers. So one day, one day she sees me and another business owner on the block, right? And says to us, what would you do if you know your son is doing something? Would you call the police on your son if he's doing some crimes, right?
Virgin, yeah.
And what would you do? And we said, before you call the cops on your kid, let us talk to your kid. And so she was like, if it doesn't work, I'm calling the cops tomorrow. So I said, okay. So he comes there. I actually called my wife's uncle. And I said, look, I need you. I don't know where you at right now, but I need you to come down here and sit down and talk to this kid. Because he might not listen to me and Richard. Because, you know, he looks at us like
Different walks of life.
different walks of life.
Yeah,
You guys don't know what I'm going through.
Y'all squares.
Yeah. So I said, but this guy ain't. So he sat him down for like, I wouldn't say an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And he told him. I remember one thing clearly. He was like, do you have a sister? And he goes, yeah. He's like, you like her birthday, right? He's like, yeah, of course. I celebrate. He was like, you cut cake with your sister? Yeah. He was like, yeah, man. Like, cut cake with her. We sing happy birthday. I love that. Love my sister. He said, okay. You're going to jail. And you're never going to see your sister again. You're never going to be able to say happy birthday. You're never cutting cake with your sister again.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, the cuffs hurt. And then
Cuffs hurt.
and then he told him, he started breaking it down, bro. So watch this. He said, where do you get your cards from? From a guy named Ron? And he was like, yeah. Then he was like, on the White Star website? Yeah. From, is the username Mr. Alert? Yeah. Oh, you going to jail. All those are feds.
Damn.
The kid was so shocked.
Scared straight.
The kid was so shocked that this guy that he just met gave him the website that he gets the cards from.
Yeah.
He gave him the username
Yeah.
that he gets the cards from.
Yeah.
He gave him the whatever thing they do.
Absolutely.
He gave him every play-by-play.
Yeah.
And he said, you're going to jail. It might be tomorrow, next week. Those are all feds.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and you know why I know? Because that guy called me. That guy came to my prison and told me, as soon as you come out next week, I'm coming to get you. So now, you know what this kid does now? This was years ago. Licensed plumber.
Good for him.
Licensed plumber.
Good for him.
Scared straight.
Yeah.
Every time he sees me, he's like, thank you.
Yeah.
So the guy that I was talking to,
How about his mom?
Oh, his mom loves me.
Yeah, mom's a lady. Yeah.
The guy that was talking to the young boy, he was telling that kid, he said, look, he said, what do you call an OG? He said, a real OG is the person that helps you. He said, you need to look at Gene as the real OG. So every time he sees me, he goes, thank you, OG.
That's what's up.
That means he remembers the conversation. He remembers what happened.
Yeah.
And to me, that's how you impact and that's how you save.
Yeah.
People used to be like, yo, why you keep your business here? Like, why don't you from Long Island, why don't you go to Long Island?
Yeah.
And I said, you know why? Because I want them to see me here. I don't put gates down, bro. There's no gates in my office. Straight glass door. That's it. I don't put gates like I'm in a war zone. I'm in Bed-Stuy. Stuyvesant Heights.
Right.
Right?
Stuyvesant Heights.
But the thing is, it's like you want them to see you. You want them to see, yo, this is what ownership looks like. This
Yeah.
is what
Aspiration.
to aspire to.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have the dad in their life, you have to sort of, like there's 500 Men Making a Difference. There's a lot of programs in the city. There's
Right.
a lot of brothers
Yeah.
standing up like, nah.
Yeah.
But there's also the other side.
The other side,
Other
yeah.
side.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
other side.
The element.
Recruiting too.
And
Yes.
they might get more airtime than.
Of course
than-
they're going to
than-
get more airtime.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we're busy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
How
I'm
do you
saying?
how do you find the time?
Yo, you know what? Sometimes it's just the moms.
Right.
The moms are like, yo, you coming down.
Yeah.
You coming down. Or it might just be you see somebody walk, you see the kid walking down the block
Yeah.
and you in front of your office. You see him all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, this kid is wasting his life.
Right.
Yo, let me talk to you real quick.
Right.
And then you be like, all right. He come inside.
Yeah.
He sees. He's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah. This could happen.
This
could
can happen.
be you. Yeah.
I'm like, look, this is what you got to do.
right. Get on
I'm
the
going to give
game.
you a program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The city got a like $12 million government grant to take kids from these neighborhoods and teach them a trade and then do job placement and paid them to do this.
Okay.
There's really no reason. The only
excuses, right?
There's no excuses.
Yeah.
The only excuse really is like I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to do it.
If that's my mindset, I just be thinking like people ain't shit.
Don't-
Because I've grown up. I mean, all that positive shit that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you said. I've grown up with people who ain't shit. I've seen it firsthand. I've tried, and it's just like when you're raising your own children, and you're in the middle of your own, grind. It's hard to have that grace for young men who are just blinded by the life of crime or by the other side or by the easy way out.
And you feel like you have you have some sense of control with your own people, your own family.
Yeah.
Versus those other people out in the world, they're wild cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're wild cards. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's a level of, yo, you never seen this. So what I look like talking to you? You know what I mean? So, people like, I could speak to people about business shit, but I don't. Like when you want to speak about some street shit. You probably ain't gonna get with me with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can maybe tell you something here or there, whatever, or I could tell you it's not good for you.
Yeah.
But my track record is not that, so you're not gonna take that from me. If you say you want to do X, Y, and Z or whatever, you might holler at me, but then you might holler at somebody else.
Here's the thing, right? They're not come. If they come to you, they're not coming to you to talk street shit. That's not what they're coming for.
They want to
They
change.
want
They're
want
coming
you
with
to
that
tell
game.
them the
Yeah.
business.
Coming with that
They
game.
want you to tell them the other way
Coming for the game.
because the other guy is telling them, "Hey, this is what you got to do. If you do this credit card, if you go do this, if you get this girl to cash this check, if you do this, if you sell this pack, blah 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 blah."
You'll be
Right?
driving this car. You'll
You'll
have
be
this
doing
girl,
this,
and you'll be in the
this.
club every night.
And then
popping bottles.
so now you have to show the opposite way. Hey,
Work
if you
hard,
work
and then
hard,
maybe
if you go to
it'll work out
school,
for you.
If you do this, yeah.
Yeah.
If you do this trade,
Yeah.
you could do this, you could do this, you could do this,
Yeah.
right? And you could do the same, and you could get the same,
One is more enticing
Yeah.
than the other, though.
and you could
Can't
get
lie.
the same thing. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Hard work never been sexy. You know what I mean?
of course.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
but
That's why I felt like
it's real.
you were the right person when I knew like you was gonna be on it, and I definitely wanted to speak to Ron about it. You know what I mean? I know Ron don't really watch videos like that because you thought something was
No,
gonna happen, right?
I didn't. At first, I stopped the video
Uh-huh.
and I said, "Yo," I asked him. I said, "Yo, is there's gonna be a shooting in this video? Because I'm not gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because you
They
don't
gonna
watch
start
shit like that. I
blasting.
don't even
Yeah.
send
I
shit like that.
don't want to see nobody get shot and nothing like that.
Yeah, I watch that
Killed or
shit all
whatever
day.
like that.
That
And
nigga
he's
don't watch
like,
that shit.
nah. You can watch over there. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was inspired because I
but
thought,
it's grace.
at first I thought it was because they were like waiting to the end. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
gonna be
like,
ugly.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
gonna be
oh,
ugly.
this is gonna
It's
end bad.
ugly. It's gonna
But
be
then
ugly.
when I saw it was once I started hearing the man talking
Yeah,
and conversing with the kid, I
Yeah.
said, oh, this is gonna end right.
yeah.
And once he put the gun down, I was like,
Yeah.
yep. You know, you don't know. Because
Don't
I
know.
have friends, right? I have friends that aren't street guys who I try to put on,
Mhm.
and it doesn't work.
Mhm.
You know? But then I have other guys who are street guys, and I put on, and it worked.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
You never know.
Never know.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I'm not going to go out my way
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go out my way I'm not gonna hurt my family to go into the well and pull you up, and then all of a
Gotcha.
sudden you drag me down.
That part.
That's not gonna happen.
no.
Right? I'm not
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you, if I'm in the office,
yeah.
I tell people, if I'm in the office, you meet me where I am. If I'm on
Gotcha.
a job site, you
Yeah.
want to talk to me, you come to me.
You gotta want this too.
You gotta want this too.
Right.
Take the bus. Yo, bro, sometimes I have these guys, I'm like, meet me at this job site at 8:30 in the morning. Here's their address. And I know they gotta take 2 buses. I know they gotta walk
Yeah,
like
it's a test.
20 minutes.
Did he
Yeah.
making them walk to fucking
Cheesecake
Julius?
Factory.
Yeah,
Julius, yeah,
with the cake. Yeah.
So, but I do that
Right.
because I'm not gonna pick you up. I'll drop you home, but I'm not gonna pick you up.
Gotcha.
You have to want it.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
show me you want it.
You
yeah.
have to show me you want it.
Right.
Because when I was in business, when I was 18 years old, I had to drive from when I wanted to go to college.
Yeah.
I went to Hofstra.
Yeah,
My car used to break down from every day on the Southern State. So I had to take local. I had to stop at every light. I had to put my car neutral.
Yeah.
I had to rev the gas
Yeah.
on the Nissan Stanza.
Yeah,
rev it,
yeah,
and until the light turned green,
Yeah.
and I had to pop it and drive, and
Yeah.
then poof.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then, going through that
Yeah.
made me say, yo, never again.
Right.
Like the Jews.
Yeah.
You ever been to D.C.? They have a museum, right? The Holocaust Museum.
Yeah.
And, yo, it's like one of my favorite things to see every time I go to D.C. There's a big banner in the front,
Yeah.
and it says, never again.
Gotcha. Never again.
Black people, we need that.
Right. Right.
Never again.
Never again.
You see what I'm saying?
Strong
Like,
message. Right.
when we see poverty, when we see people trying to break up the families, when we see, because that's all they doing. And then another thing I don't like about like the social media day and age of marriage
Right.
is I think a lot of these guys, and I might be wrong, but this is how I'm looking at it.
All right.
I think a lot of these men that are getting proposing on social media, crying at the altar on the video, I don't think that's real. I think
that'd be
everything
cap.
is
A little
for
bit of a cap.
attention
Yeah.
and clout, and they want the websites to pick them
Of
up.
course. Yeah.
And then guess what? A couple months later, they divorced.
Of course.
Right? You have to marry for the realness.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Do not engage. I seen these lavish, like beautiful engagements. One of my guys, he got engaged. He had this big plan. He did all this stuff, and he didn't even make it to the altar.
Yeah.
He canceled the wedding 2 months before the wedding.
Crazy.
Yep, they did the
'Cause it was
the
all
bridal
for
party,
show.
wedding stuff. They ordered the dresses. The wedding was happening, and he was like, "Yo, I can't do this." Because it was for the lights,
Look of it, yeah.
Oh,
the
for sure.
the
glitz, the glamour, and the
yeah,
clout.
the clout.
Mhm.
And you know think about it, when we were throwing parties, why did we throw parties?
Money and the
It
clout.
was money and the attention that we got in college.
Yeah.
It was cool to go back to college. I went to Hofstra in Old Westbury. I transferred to Old Westbury. But when I started doing the parties, I was at Hofstra. It was cool to go into the lunchroom on Monday,
Yeah.
and all the pretty girls
talking about
were
your
talking
party.
about, oh my God, you guys didn't. Hey G, what's up?
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
you gotta invite me to the next one. Oh, what you doing? Come to the.
Right,
I'm like,
right,
oh, all
right.
right, yo.
You outside now, but now
You know what I'm saying?
it's over the phone.
But now it's
or
over
you
the
gotta do
phone.
some dumb shit, and then you get the clout.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then guess what? Now it's, yo, you know what? Oh shoot, wait a minute. My man just told me that he did this engagement video,
Oh God.
and now he's getting mad
know,
shorties hitting him up.
yeah.
So, matter of fact, let me do that. Go buy a ring, do this thing, have a plane fly him down.
Yeah, that's
He
wild.
jumps out
That's
the
wild.
plane,
That's crazy.
and he lands, and he's like, "Yo, will you marry me?" And you know what I mean? And
That's
she's
some bullshit.
running down the block, and she comes, and everybody's.
See, I don't know. I haven't seen no goofy shit. That's
Bro,
just how goofy
I've
as
seen-
fuck. That's just how
I've
crazy.
seen the yo,
That's
bro.
just
If you look
crazy.
up engagement videos,
Yeah.
you'll see the
doing
wild,
the dumbest
and it's
shit.
only us.
Sheesh.
It's only us.
Sheesh. That's
Wow.
crazy.
It's only us, bro.
Do better, y'all.
It's only us.
Do better.
We got to do better, man.
better,
But this
do
is
better.
all. It's all a plot.
Do better.
Because think about it. You have one side, women telling you, women telling women, hey, you know, you could just buy a baby. You know what I mean? Then you on the other side, you have the guys who are just like, yo, they don't really know what marriage is.
They don't know that it's duty.
They don't understand. They're like, yo, because I was a best man at one of my man's wedding, right? And I told him, look, you have about 200-300 people at this wedding. After
a big
today,
wedding.
after the smoke, the entrance, the grand entrance, and
Work.
the dancing,
Put your hard hat on, doggy.
bro,
Work.
none of these people in
duty.
here are gonna be with you. None of them.
Yeah.
None of them,
Yeah,
except your wife.
Well, our last clip,
Crazy, bro.
our last clip is about marriage and the duty of marriage and what the duty of marriage means to your well-being and bringing you up. So I feel like this is a smooth transition
Okay.
to our last two clips. We're gonna play the clips back to back, right?
Nah, we just got the one. We
Okay,
got
all right,
the,
okay, all right.
Got to have a good woman, yo. You have to have a good woman. And when you get a good woman, man, pour into, I keep telling y'all this shit, pour into that woman. Like really pour into that woman and watch how your life just does this. Pour into your woman, pour into your family, do the work on yourself to be a better man and just watch how your life does this.
That was straight
to the point.
to the point.
And
I'm
you know-
gonna go on Ron first on this one. I want to hear what Ron thinks about this. This clip.
I agree. I kind of said this on a previous show that
Yeah.
I felt like I don't know what it was. I can't pinpoint it. I can't like really give any details of why it happened that way, but it seemed like things started getting much better for me when I did get married.
Okay.
I can't tell you why, but it just happened that way. I don't know if I just started to get more focused about life or about everything that I was doing, but it just seemed like things worked out for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Jim, what you think?
I agree. But it's not only when I got married, it's what the clip said is when you start pouring into the marriage, right? So I got married in 2009. And what I thought marriage was.
What do you? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go, but I got a question.
Yeah.
Like because he said it, and I think I know what it means, but I want to hear what your perspective is. What is pouring into your wife? Pouring into your marriage?
I'm about to tell you.
go
I'm about to tell you. So I got married in 2009. Earlier, I told you how I saw marriage, right?
Yeah.
My dad worked.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah.
He came home, worked. Like, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So I thought that now I'm married. That's what I do. Work. Stay at my office. Grind. Go to the city. Deal. My wife called me one day. It was like, I didn't marry a couch. It's either ACA or me. And I was like, what?
How many years into the marriage was it?
Bro, honeymoon.
Okay.
First year.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand this. Like, isn't this what we're supposed to do? Like, and then, you know, I go to CCC.
Did something change from dating to marriage?
Now we live together. Yeah. Nothing changed.
Okay.
Except that.
So you pulled the curtain back behind the Wiz, and
it was even more though. Like,
okay.
I was OD working. Before I used to at least, you know, because
you're courting.
Yeah,
at that point,
because it was like I would drive from Long Island, go to the city, pick her up, go to Long Island, go to dinner, go all these nice
so
stuff. But
you
now we're
felt
married.
like you were doing less.
I did less.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We first got married. I did less in the relationship, and I did more on what I thought it was supposed to be, building the legacy.
You were coming from a good place.
Yeah, I was coming from a good place.
Yeah.
But I didn't pour into her.
Right.
But when I see that clip with Charlamagne, I saw what happened to me. So I got married in 2009. I saw what happened to me in 2011. So I go to CCC, Christian Cultural Center, and Pastor Bernard, his message that year, that New Year's Eve, was like I literally felt like there was a light bulb above my head. And I was like, I get it. And then I actually had a conversation with him, and he said, ask your wife what she really wants. Like, you're arguing with her because you're trying to defend you not being home.
Yeah.
But talk to her. Ask her what she wants.
Yeah.
And she said, I want to eat dinner with you at 7 o'clock. I want to pray with my husband. I want to be home, and I want to eat dinner with him.
Even if it's a one-bedroom and it's a...
And then you could go back to work.
You go back to work. All right.
But I don't want to eat dinner alone as a married woman.
Okay.
There's no reason why I should be eating
That's
dinner
pretty
alone.
reasonable.
Yes, it was.
That's
And I changed.
Yeah.
But as soon as I changed, and as soon as I started, for me, like he said, pouring into her and like doing things with her intentionally, praying together. Because imagine you're trying to build something together, but you take prayer out. You praying by yourself, she's praying. You don't know you don't know if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So now you're praying together. You bring God into it. And then next thing you know, we open up a business. That's when all the stuff started happening.
When you're praying together, you're aspiring for the same things?
Yeah. We're talking about...
So it's almost like a meeting of the minds?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're saying it out loud. We're talking.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And now you can hear what she's
the other
saying
person
and I'm
thinking,
saying.
yeah.
And now
so what
it
she's
becomes
manifesting,
a line.
what you're manifesting, and it's like, boom, I know what she wants now.
Exactly.
Because she's saying it out loud and it's clear for me, and I kind of understand.
Yes.
And that, in turn, makes it...
changed, man.
Easy, not easy, but
it makes it easier.
To pour into.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you opened up the business, that was something that she wanted to do.
She wanted to do that.
Right.
I didn't want to open a Brooklyn Swirl.
Right.
That wasn't my thing.
This is her thing.
It's her thing.
Right.
And then
so you poured into her.
I poured in, and then guess what?
Right.
I put myself on the side because that was the year I wrote Do Right, Do Good.
Copy.
That I was gonna release it. And I was gonna go on college tour. That's when we just did Kevin Hart.
Gotcha.
Right. And we were on tour with Kevin, and we put all of that to the side. And we opened up Brooklyn Swirl, and I was in Brooklyn Swirl 7 days a week.
Right.
Poured into this.
Right.
Changed everything, man.
Yeah.
Changed everything.
Right.
Now imagine I fought her on it.
Yeah.
Imagine I was like, nah, I'm not.
Well, not even fought her.
Yeah.
What if you never knew?
Yeah. What if I never knew? What if I kept going down the path that I was going, we would have never got there. I would have never had we would have never had our son. You see what I'm saying? Like, I probably would have been like in Thailand. You get what I'm saying? So you don't
Yeah.
I doubt it. I'm the marrying type. So I think I probably would have been married. But you know what I mean? But that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just like with her, I feel like once you start pouring into the relationship and investing into because that's what we wear these rings for.
So we went for.
Like, We wearing these rings
And
because
I wear
we,
this ring on purpose. I wear
You know?
this. I wear jewelry. I like jewelry, but I
Yeah.
wear this metal
He said on purpose.
beat up. Like I could beat this ring
Yeah.
up. This is the symbolization of me in my marriage. I'm the one that you could beat up on. No frills.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for me last. Everything is, you know what I mean. But the lines of communication with the prayers. Not every couple prays out loud, but lines of communication is very important. And
I believe so.
just asking people what. Cause we had a conversation. Is it your job to make her happy?
No. Ooh.
And-
I want to say.
And
Can I
that's
talk?
the conclusion that we came to.
Can I-
But
yeah.
please.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask you that.
Listen,
Because it's a clear line.
my wife and I have this thing at our house:
Yeah.
peace and growth.
Peace and growth. Okay.
And I have a thing that I'm gonna say on cigars and whiskey.
Talk
all right?
about it.
I'm gonna look in the camera. The slogan of "Happy Wife, Happy Life" is trash. It's outdated.
Okay.
It's not real.
All right.
What it really is happy wife, happy husband, happy life. Period. That's it.
Got you.
Because why do we as men, husbands, need to kill ourselves, get strokes, die to make someone else happy when God couldn't make a woman happy? We can never
Yeah.
really make
Okay.
anyone happy.
Okay.
You have to make yourself happy first.
So what's the difference between making her happy
You just appeasing, bro.
and going off tour when you're rocking and then slowing everything down to start her business with her and to
Bro.
work with her?
Watch this. Watch this.
What's the line?
That right there
Yeah.
is funny, right? Because to me, that's not making her happy,
Okay.
right? That is part of the plan. If the plan is to build a legacy,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
If we're trying to pass on businesses, right?
Mhm.
If we're trying to build generational wealth like they all talk about on the internet,
Right.
right?
Right.
How do you do that?
Mhm.
If her plan is, she was like, look, if we do this restaurant, if we do this,
Yeah.
and we do it right,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's try it.
Okay.
So making her happy, what? Me taking a break, I was selfish.
I think
I
most
wrote a
people,
book.
most women want to be involved.
Yeah. Well.
And that's the thing. They don't want to just be. I don't think most women are okay with just riding a man's coattail.
No.
They want to
No one
be
wanna
in
be
the mix
involved.
of shit,
Hell
right?
yeah.
I had a similar situation, and now I'm just having like an epiphany, right? Where when we started the shelter, it was me, my father, his girlfriend, and it was sort of kind of supposed to be my wife, and she had reservations about it, but I think the reservations were more or less is that she was kind of left out of the situation, and it's another man involved, but he's willing to conference with his woman about it, right? I would speak to her about it, but she wasn't totally in. You know what I mean?
All right.
And I used to make excuses like, well, my father's not a businessman like I am. He needs her as his confidant in order to, I know what I need to do. He needs that, like, you know what I mean? But it was pitched to her a certain way, then it didn't go a certain way, so she fought against it kind of every step of the way. You know what I mean? Where she just didn't feel like something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
And another thing is that with women, they can see, their intuition is great. They can read people, probably better than most men.
Yeah,
and then
right.
we all, you know the story about what happened, how everything fell apart with us, and it was a bad situation, right? And now I got to eat crow because that business, while it did have it added some value to the life, it kind of took it all back because it wound up being a financial burden to us in in the
She's
future.
seen it.
Yeah, she's seen it.
Mhm,
You know what I mean?
mhm.
And I kind of did kind of shut her out a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think that when you pray together or you communicate,
Conference, yeah.
you conference with each other,
Right.
you guys are aligned
Yeah.
in what the
Yes.
plans are for the future.
Alignment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Because half of vacation for me was pouring into my daughter. We spent time. Listen, we could go grab some pastries or whatever, having some time, having conversation with her. But with my wife, it was about spending time thinking about what she was having, conversations with her, conferencing with her, seeing what goals she wanted, so that we're aligned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's not my job to fulfill her goals, but it's my job to, what's the word, assist.
yeah.
in
Because the same
goals
same
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a partnership is.
exactly.
That's exactly
Right?
Yeah.
That's what marriage is.
Yeah.
Marriage is a partnership.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I look at, some people, they're like, you look at marriage as a business? And I'm like, yes.
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 They laughed me out the room. I remember. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. New Year's, I brought it up to him. I was like, "Yo, listen, as a topic of a show, I was like, do we treat our families almost like corporate? Like, do we kind of like have goal? Like, do we assess the last year and we set goals for the next year?" And they were like, "It's too corporate. It's too much. It's too rigid."
Yeah, it's rigid. That's all. Yeah.
I felt like there's a soft way to do it.
No, there's a
though,
soft
but
way to
I
do
do
it.
feel like you have to open up those lines, and everybody has to be clear in what they want to do and what it's going to take.
And also,
what they want to do. If we want to save $40,000 by the end of the year, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to lay out. Listen, I might have to work 6 days. You know what I mean?
You
Two
and your significant other have to sit down and strategize and come up with a plan, and both of you guys have to play your role in that plan.
Yeah.
Right? So I think a lot of the times when we don't pour into our families or our wives is the fact that we got tunnel vision and we think it's all about us.
It's all about us.
Yeah, it's
Right,
not
right,
about
right,
us.
right.
I make the money. What you do really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're gonna focus on what I feel like the plan should be.
Because it's like,
yo, you want to hear something funny? I'll tell you.
I got one analogy.
okay.
It's quick. It's like Jordan. Like Michael Jordan's the best player ever.
Yeah.
They won the championships, best teams, everything like that. But now his teammates are coming out and they're like, he wasn't the best teammate. It wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, it's like, and it was all about, but they got to the finish line, but no one really felt like they were a part of it. They all got it, you know what I mean? Scotty's wilding, Scotty, maybe he got his own issues or whatever, but then it's like the other players are coming out and they're like, yo, maybe it wasn't the smoothest way to get there, but we got there, you know what I mean? And we're all better off for it, but maybe you don't get all the way to that top level with it being rigid, but maybe there's a good landing place that we all could get to where everybody's involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah.
What's more important though? Is it like financial or material goals, or just having the best relationship with your significant other and your
The
family?
beauty.
I think
That
if you
doesn't
have-
it doesn't
put it
necessarily
all-
have to be
If
centered
you could
around
put
money.
it all in,
You ready
and put
for
it in the blender, and it's a delicious daiquiri. Like, as long as it comes out and everybody is satisfied, you got to mix it up. But you
Ready for
can't
this?
pour
Back to what I said.
too much.
Happy wife, happy husband, happy life.
Right.
Whatever
What exactly does that mean?
that means, that I'm doing this podcast.
Right.
You're doing what you're doing.
Right.
And we're both happy together.
Right.
Tomorrow, we do what we do together. Tonight, I do this.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
We all having a good time.
Everybody's fulfilled.
Everybody's
happy.
fulfilled.
Everybody's
Yes.
fulfilled.
Fulfilled.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I came here,
Mhm.
I do things for my family.
Mm.
All day I've been doing things for my family. My mom, my dad, my
Right.
wife, my
Yeah.
son,
Yeah.
everybody else. this is gene time. This is what I want. This is what I need to do.
Right.
This is what makes me happy. Talking to the fellas.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Building community.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, family time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No work. No clients. Clients was like, oh, you coming over? They used to me working on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday, boy.
So they're like, oh, you coming over?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
My son has a show.
Yeah.
No.
Locked in.
Tomorrow's fight
That's what's
night.
up. Yeah.
Doing that tomorrow night.
Who you got?
I don't even know. I don't even know who's
Come
fighting.
on, man.
I don't even know who's fighting.
Okay, all right.
My wife just told me, yo, there's a fight night. I was like, yo,
Who you got?
tell everybody come over.
man.
Yo, see, I don't even know.
I'll tell you who I got.
I'm going with
Who?
Spencer, man.
Quiet.
Who's
for a long
fighting?
time.
Errol Spence,
Errol Spence and
and
Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
Oh.
Both undefeated.
Yeah, both
pound
undefeated.
for pound.
Yeah. Well, Crawford got some more numbers on the scoreboard,
A little bit.
right? Spence has had some life-threatening situations.
Fell out the freaking Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari
Yeah.
wilded out.
Now, we all seen it. He
You know what I
jumped.
mean?
Yeah,
Almost
yeah.
lost the eye.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's back. He's still. I
Yeah.
mean,
My guy.
I feel like strangely, and I don't want to say this, but I would have to. I feel like Spence has that sort of thing that Mayweather has, where they will, I just won't let you beat me,
Yes. Yes.
right? I may not whip you,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna
Not
beat
gonna
me.
beat me.
You're not going to
Yes,
beat me.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Thank you, Cole.
technically, I'm going to win this, and I think because they both have a lot of the same qualities, a lot of
Yes.
the same
Yes.
right?
Elusiveness.
Strength,
They both
elusiveness,
hit
power.
hard.
They're not running. I'm not running
they
from
ain't
you.
running.
No.
Yeah. Mexican style.
You know, so I think it's going to come down to the scorecards. Like, technically, I won. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I might not have
But
beat
to
you,
be
but you
clear,
didn't
who
beat
you
me.
going with? To be clear.
I don't want to say it, but I think Spence is going to pull.
My
Is going
boy.
to pull a magic
go.
trick
Let's
tomorrow.
go. I think so too.
He's gonna, you know, it's like a
Alright,
day. It's gonna be like a day at the
Yeah,
office.
yeah.
Alright,
He's
we'll
gonna
see.
come in here like a day at the office.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. There's one more thing I want to talk about.
Oh, but wait.
Oh yeah, you got a little more jewels?
Yeah, no,
Come on, man.
the
Got
store.
the jewelry, baby.
So this business, right?
Yeah, please.
I started with my wife.
Oh, okay.
Every real successful business that I've done,
Yeah,
it's my wife and I.
wifey.
Every other business,
Yeah.
my wife will tell me, well, I don't know about this guy. And I'm like, no, this is my boy from 5th grade.
Yeah.
Fails. He steals from me when I have a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wild stuff.
Nasty work.
You know?
Cole.
Nasty work.
Damn.
Imagine your boy steals from you.
That's
As
nasty.
soon as you have a baby, you turn your back, and then they steal from you. So, and you want to know something crazy? This is why I love my wife so much, man. She has the vision, man. Sometimes it's hard for a man to like listen. Like even last night, I take her to this renovation that I did. I'm proud of it, man. The house looked total transformation.
Right.
And there was something that she pointed out to me that I knew that I needed to do, but I was like, no one's going to see it. And I was going to get away with it.
As soon as she walked in,
She walked in,
Yeah.
got in the car, and brought it up.
Moldings don't match,
And-
nigga.
No, it was even small. It was small. It was
What's
not
more
that
than
big.
that? Oh, damn. Yeah,
So,
all right.
okay. There was a door. There's a door.
Yeah.
And we painted, like, the client didn't even want to paint the door.
Okay.
But we painted the door.
Okay.
And then, but, on the, the edge of the door.
Yes.
So we painted the side that you could see.
Yeah.
But on the top, I couldn't get to the top.
Mm.
So I just left it.
Oh.
So it looked like it was this, and then
Yeah.
I went to more important stuff in the house.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
And I was
nigga.
like, I'll get back to this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this room and that room and this room, but totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
So when my wife brought it up to me,
Yeah.
first thing, my reaction was, "Why are you always the only one that?" I brought so many people to see this house. No one even saw that. Like, why is it you?
Yeah.
And then I took a shower, and I got out, and I went to the room, and I apologized. And then I was like, yo, you know what? It's so crazy because I know I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
but I was so focused on the bathroom, the
Bigger
cabinets,
things.
the
Bigger
bigger
things.
things
Yeah.
that I forgot
Yeah.
to do. I just needed
Yeah.
a ladder.
That's the
So
analogy.
what did I do today? I went there today.
Yeah.
I filmed myself doing it,
Yeah.
and I said I sent it to her.
for TV though. You a TV
Yeah.
ass nigga. You
Yeah,
for
yeah,
TV.
yeah.
You gonna film it,
Yeah, I
right?
filmed it, man. I filmed it. I recorded it. I sent it to her.
You gonna get your props.
Oh yeah. Because and I wanted to give her props.
Right.
But
Right.
the whole thing is she makes me better, right?
Yeah, women they know the details, the intricate details.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sweat the big stuff,
We
but
sweat-
they can
yeah.
tell you about the little stuff.
They tell
like
you,
that.
yo, she was telling me about the this and that. In another house, she was like around the toilet, make sure this.
That's the analogy that I always have with my wife. Like I'm the roller, and you're the brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, into the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm the roller.
That wire.
What
Yeah.
this one?
You good though?
And I'm the
Oh,
roller.
it's cool.
I get the majority, 95% of that wall is gonna get painted.
Yeah.
That pop is a little corner on that one side, a little corner on one side. Man, maybe I might miss it. I might miss it on purpose.
Yeah.
But she see it, and that's
Yeah.
what makes everything 100%. You know what I mean?
I love, and I tell my wife this all the time, right? I love that. So I dated a lot of women before,
Hey.
and yeah.
Watch your mouth now.
Oh yeah. Yo, I'll be real. She knows the story. I said it.
You was outside, my boy?
I was out. Yo, the month before I met my wife, I was
the
dating.
month?
Yeah.
Come on now.
The night I met my wife, I was on a date with 2 women at Supper Club.
You gonna get in trouble now.
No, she knows.
Let me get out of camera.
Yeah, let me get out of there, right? No, she knows.
You got a friend.
This story has been told, right? On our first date at
Yeah.
Houston's,
Yeah.
I told her we were talking about family. We were talking about real estate. We were talking about like
Off the
real
rip.
off the rip.
Right.
Matter of fact, at the club.
Yeah.
That's why I never went back to those other girls.
Right.
I was talking to her. I was like, she was talking about mortgages and like
Yeah,
real
yeah,
estate.
yeah,
like
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what?
Got you.
Got me. She wasn't talking about Louis Vuitton. She doesn't talk about
She did her
material
homework.
stuff. She doesn't do any of
did
that
her
stuff.
homework on the board.
She didn't know me.
Right.
She didn't know me. She was celebrating her birthday with her girls. They just happened to take her there. And my boys were throwing a party. I was on a date
Yeah.
with my boy had a double date with me. I brought a backup just in case. And then I left both of them. That was a Saturday.
Yeah.
Monday I took my wife out on a date. And on Tuesday I took her out again. And on Tuesday night I said, look, I made a list at work. These are 17 women. These are their names. And if any of your friends, I don't know who you are, if any of your friends say, yo, Gene Alert, just know that
Off the list.
no, I'm cutting everybody off on Wednesday.
Wow.
I see this.
You know.
And then
You know.
a month later, I said to her, yo, in 2 years, I was like, we're going to, if this is what it is, if this is what I'm seeing,
Right.
because I'm seeing something.
Right.
So if this is real, in 2 years, we're going to be engaged.
Yeah.
We're going to be engaged for 1 year, and we're going to get married like 9 New York. We got to do a destination wedding because I want the wedding to be about you because my family is huge. So she was like, you funny, you silly. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that brings me to a point where I believe strongly that men choose their wife.
Well, yeah.
A woman can't choose their husband.
Yeah.
Every time
No.
a woman's like, yo, you better marry me.
Oh, no,
You
no,
better
no,
marry
no.
me.
Vamos.
Guess what happens?
Yeah,
Divorce.
You out here. You out here. That's
Right?
That's another one of our common sayings that women grant access to sex, men grant access to relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Because just because women can offer you sex don't mean that you're gonna marry them.
Yeah.
But men are the gatekeepers of relationships and, you know,
Yeah.
I
marriage.
agree. No,
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
Because, like, so the thing.
But
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
what you were saying was like, okay, so 'cause I want to go somewhere else, but let's stay here a little bit. where they say women who have high body counts, right? They say that women who deal with a lot of men, it makes it harder for them to choose a man because they have so many choices. That's the opposite for men. Because men who deal with women and have a lot of options, they can kind of put to the side what they don't want and kind of narrow in
down.
what they want, right?
Absolutely. I think so.
What you think so?
I think I would agree because I think like especially when it's sex involved, women just I think they confuse themselves because you know they a lot of women think they're in love with every man they sleep with.
Right,
Like,
right.
Sleep with.
But men, we know that's not the case, and that might be a way to X out chicks to you know to dwindle it down, that
sex?
number down. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Okay.
Um,
What if like sex is bad or what? What?
sex is bad,
Like,
or
if
it's not
sex too
even
early?
you know not even. But as far as like, I think once a man is mentally stimulated and physically stimulated by a woman, naturally he'll start like to gravitate to that particular woman.
Right.
That's the truth.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And if there's another woman that most men are not going to gravitate to a woman that mentally stimulates them, but physically they're not attracted to or whatever, or they don't, they don't want to have sex with. They'll stick around with a chick for a little while with a chick that is good sex, but they don't click like that. But that's gonna die also, right? But women, when they feel like they give the physical thing to a man, they have sex with a man, they might think that could be a love thing. That's a possibility.
That's it.
There's still a possibility.
Gave him my heart and my coochie.
Yeah.
And that whole pair bonding shit, where it's like, once they sleeping with a dude, they feel a bond to a man.
Yeah.
Whereas men, it's not like you could deal with a chick or be like, oh yeah, I remember when I slept with her or whatever. It was alright or whatever like that, but that's all. You know what I mean? Like ain't no like, yo, I miss her. Like, oh, damn, I wonder damn, that was the one I got. Nah. I don't think, most dudes is not like, yo, that's the one that got away or whatever like that.
I want to shift the conversation one more place before we end the show. I want to speak to Gene about this. I'm not going to say any names of any people that are famous or anything, but what do you feel about the state of the black financial gurus? The people who kind of made their mark helping black people with stocks, with crypto, with real estate, and lately there's been popular people
Insurance?
that's been sued, and there's been popular podcasts that had people on and then been saying that the people that been on were verified scammers. Do you feel like black financial gurus have been preying on the black community, or they were really trying to help and a couple of bad people slipped between the cracks?
Okay. So when I was younger, right, my father used to bring these, he used to buy like these tapes and like these courses, right? These big things.
Oh, he was into
CD, yeah. I'm gonna change your life. You're gonna be a millionaire if you do these 10 steps.
Like
I don't remember the names, but there was a bunch of them. Like
tapes. Like he was into that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was tapes. There was it was all these things. I remember.
Yeah.
My father used to buy them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would buy these courses, and my mom used to get upset. And then so.
No. Why would your mom upset?
Because it was like a waste of money. Because it was like my dad worked all the time. So when was he going to have time to do this?
Okay.
Right? And then so my mom was looking at it like, yo, you can't, how you just going to watch this and not apply it.
Right.
And then, like,
Right.
when do you have time to apply it? Like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, a lot of people in this day and age probably never seen their parents go through that. So when I saw this in 2020,
Yeah.
when I saw it, it was creeping in before,
It was creeping in before.
but in 2020,
It was prime.
it was prime.
He was ready for it.
And it was like right there.
Right.
And I started.
That's about the time, bro, right? That's about the time. 2020, like when it
Yeah, no,
when it kinda-
2020. Oh, yeah.
If I think I'm saying it depends on who you talking about. We're not gonna say any names, but
Yeah.
probably about
No,
2020.
2020. It was 2020 because
Yeah.
my podcast was 2000. Matter of fact, it started in 2018 because my podcast started in 2018. Favorite
Okay.
Inspired.
All right.
So from 2018 to 2020, it started in 2018. Actually, before that, right? Because I remember I got introduced to a guy, and they were like, "Yo, this is the guy in real estate. You need to talk to him. Blah blah. Blah. You in real estate? You need to talk to him." I talked to this guy. I said, "Yo, this guy don't own no real estate."
He doesn't even own any real estate.
I was like, "How's he teaching real estate if he never owned real estate?"
Mm.
Then he was like, "No, you gotta come. He's having a class in his house in the Trump thing in New Jersey. Come." I said, "Okay." So now, fellas, we're pretty smart, right? If you live in a condo building, shouldn't the door person, the security person, if I say Slim, oh, I'm here to see Slim.
Yeah.
If you live there,
He'll know
shouldn't
who
they
you are.
know
Yeah.
who Slim is?
Or be able to look you up.
Or yeah.
Yeah,
Or be
yeah.
like, oh, okay. Oh, Slim?
Mm.
So I said the guy's name, and the lady said, who?
Mm.
Start-
Airbnb and the shit.
And I was like, no, this is before that.
Okay, all right.
This was, you live there.
Mm.
Your scammer friend is like, yo,
Yeah.
let me have a meeting here. And you're like,
Gotcha.
all right, cool, have it in my backyard.
Got you.
So now,
Just that.
so imagine, I bring people here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, can I use your backyard to do something? Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead. Do it Friday night. All right, cool. So now everybody comes to the backyard. Like, yo, Gene, yo, this is nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I never say it's not mine. I said never says mine, never say it's not mine.
Yeah.
So I go to the meeting, go upstairs. And I was like, I'm here for so and so. Who? For a real estate meeting? Oh, you talking about? Oh, they having that in the conference room,
Gotcha.
or the guest space or whatever it is. So I was like, the community room.
Right.
So I was like,
right.
because you know the fancy
We know.
houses,
And
the fancy hotels,
Not even
hotels,
fancy, yeah.
Even
Even Rochdale got a community room, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I bet
now-
a plenty baby child in that community room.
So now we go in the room,
Shout out to Rochdale.
and I'm
too.
listening to,
Shit on
I'm
Rochdale. Yeah.
I'm watching the whole room. I'm watching him. I'm watching
watching the
this.
play, yeah.
So then I told my guy that invited me after. I was like, yo, he's a scammer, bro.
Jumping down.
They didn't believe me. So years later, George Floyd happens, and he moves from Jersey to Atlanta. When he goes to Atlanta, before he moved to Atlanta, me and him met. We were supposed to do something, and I asked him one question about, like, we were supposed to do something with the schools because I was in the schools teaching entrepreneurship.
Gotcha.
So I said, yo, if we're doing this, we're going to do the scholarship. I already had the scholarship. I sent 45 kids, helped them with their college.
Salute.
I did that.
Yeah.
From my book sales.
Right.
So it's documented. Kids, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Borough Hall, that's what we did.
Tangible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was called the Do Right, Do Good Scholarship Award. We did it with 210 Reyes from the NFL, and that was it. Beyond the Boroughs, that was our nonprofit. That's what we did.
That's what's up.
So when I said that to him, he looked like, I don't give a crap about the kids. I care about the money. And I was like, yo, I can't do this.
Okay.
Because now I know this was your shot to win me over.
Right.
And you lost.
Yeah.
So years later,
a scammer is always going to see how to get the hearts. The problem is, man, our people, we're very emotional. We're very forgiving. But we want to believe, man.
Want to believe.
Women, especially our women, maybe not too much of our guys,
All right.
but they prey on our black women because our black women, they want to believe. Majority of my clients are not men. They're
Really?
black women.
Black women.
Because they're like, yo, you know what? I'm going to give this brother a chance. He's a married man. He's a
Yeah.
family guy.
Right.
Let me give him a chance.
Right.
And because I know, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to mess this up. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm not going to break this trust.
Right.
Accountability, credibility, action.
Right. Yeah.
So
They see
now he found it, yo. He found it. And then you know how he found it? He used the vulnerability of what was going on in media at the time.
Yeah.
Where it was like, yo,
George Floyd and all that.
yeah, George Floyd and all this stuff. And
Unrest,
he was like,
political
yo,
unrest, yeah.
you know, we as black people need to build our communities.
Yeah.
This dude stole millions of dollars.
That's the game.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the game.
Millions of dollars. You've been to Houston's, right?
Yeah.
If there's a party of 4 and if I book a table for a party of 4 and I go to Houston with just me and you and these 2 guys are not here yet, they're not seating us. It's not because we're black. They're not seating us because the 4 party's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, it
But
was that one.
Yes, but he
okay.
flipped
I knew
it.
I need them.
He flipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because we're black.
Yeah.
Boycott, shut this down.
Oh.
We need to set
T.I.
this
got
up.
involved with all that too.
Yes.
I remember
And
that
then-
shit. All right,
And then guess what? Yo, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Then the big scam with the check and all this stuff. All this stuff. So
yeah.
now, so when I see that, that's the first. That was the godfather of it.
Right.
Then it became like, all right, maybe I have good intentions, and then maybe I'm gonna do the right thing. But when it gets too big, eventually, you can't save everyone. So you can't help everyone. So you say, you know what? I'm gonna create a course. Buy this. And then, but the course, now you're gonna have people like, yo, it don't work.
It's empty. Yeah, it's empty.
Yeah.
It's empty.
You try to take my money.
It's empty.
But
It's empty.
really, you just someone try to school you.
Yeah.
There's people who make money off of selling you the course.
Exactly.
There's people who, the real executors in
make
this game.
money of renting the space to have the course in,
Yes.
or this and that,
There's
and
people
that, and
who
that, creating the
make
course, all that
courses.
shit.
Like that's their
Yeah,
job. Their
that's-
job is
that's
to
the
sell.
game.
Gene.
Yeah.
Yo, Gene, you're a great guy. You write books. Let me help you make a course.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's
okay.
what Ron and I have that conversation. Like, it was on like, yo, that, you know, is it aspirational? Is it real? Or is it just scamming?
But
Like,
but
I
now
think
here's the
whole
thing. I
black
don't think it's
self-help
all the way
thing.
scamming. I think some people have intentions of really just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna take. Right?
Should you get rich off of helping people?
Should you get rich off of helping people? I think
Yeah.
some people do it. I think
I
some people.
don't think you
I don't
should
think-
get rich
I don't
off
think
of
you
helping
should.
people.
If you solving a problem, you don't think you should.
But solving a problem. But here's
It's
the
not
thing.
helping people.
Solving
a problem is not
is
helping
one
people.
thing. Solving a problem is one thing.
Yeah.
Telling people, yo, give me $500 and you're gonna get 8% return in 6 months, which is
Yeah.
not real,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Scamming.
Yeah.
That's not helping people. You taking that money, you know some people $500 is their rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody lives in New York.
Yeah.
Some $500.
Yeah, it means a lot.
It means a lot
to certain people.
Some people really believe like, yo, we're buying a town. We're buying the block.
Yeah.
And guess what? We didn't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now going forward, you have these seminars. So the way I always feel,
Seminar, forget
the
it.
way I always feel is like this. The real executors, the real people, like, I'm going to say his name, Welby.
My guy Welby is a real guy.
Okay.
He really owns real estate. He really does this.
Okay.
He really does this.
You stand behind him.
I stand behind him.
Got you.
Can't stand behind everybody else.
Yeah.
But I stand behind him because I know he's a Long Island dude, Haitian dude. I know he works.
Yeah.
He busts his ass. He knows how to do it.
Yeah.
He gets busy, bro. I interviewed him. And as soon as I walked into his house, he showed me tax bills. He showed me all this stuff. He's like, "Yo, this is real." Like
concrete. Right.
You can't fake that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now he figured out a way to help other people buy real estate, but he's not doing it. He's like, "Yo, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. If you want to do it, go ahead."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, the opposite way is, "Hey, give me the money."
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to do it. And then guess what? Eventually, greed is going to come, and you're going to be like, "Yo, you know what? I'm getting the money."
Game, right? I think that's
the game, right?
That's the thing. Like in
I can't sleep at night, bro.
In our community, right? All you got to do, a lot of times you got to push the greed buttons. It's like people that that play lotto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$1 and a dream. Short money could get you long money.
Yeah.
If you pitch that to people, and a lot of the times, like a lot of dudes pitching stocks, real estate, and stuff like that. If you listen to the information that they give, it's super generic. It's super duper basic
Google.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these dudes create these courses, right? And they'll be like, "Yo, I'm a real estate millionaire. I'm a stock millionaire, cryptocurrency, whatever, right?" But no, they became a millionaire by selling the course, not by doing
exactly.
That's my point.
Yeah,
exactly right.
So
yeah,
a lot of times, and that's the thing. Like, it's been happening for years because people want to get rich quick. They want to get rich easy.
But that's what I was telling
exactly.
you.
No, that's even. You got to understand. You got to look at even Dale Carnegie. You got to look at fucking
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins and what's
He made millions. He made millions just off of. He made millions not selling you a course.
Just thinking positive.
Just thinking positive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who wrote Think and Grow Rich?
What's his name? Robert.
No. Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is oh my God.
Look at it.
I know this. Oh, Dr. Kimbrough's gonna be mad at me.
I'm gonna get it right now.
I know.
Yeah. Because Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice is written by
Napoleon
Hill.
Napoleon Hill, yes.
Yeah, but that's
exactly. Way back in the day. But I'm saying it's like this is the equivalent of a course today. Like they would write books, motivational books, and like, oh, if you'll become rich if you just think a certain way. Not to say that they're
not wrong.
They're not wrong, but the thing is, a lot of these people know that they're selling shit to people that don't have the work ethic. They're not going to put in the effort, but they're going to spend that money to try to see if it's as easy as you pitch it to be.
But what if it changes just a little bit in you? What if it doesn't change 100%, but it changes 25% of your thinking? What if
it could definitely help. It could definitely help, but I'm not saying that there aren't people that have thought and grown rich by reading the books or taking some courses, but I think you're getting to the point today where there are thousands of courses, and to sift through what is good and what is not, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like with specifically the black community, you don't really have to. We're so basic as far as investing in shit, like you can give the most basic, like, yo, buy low, sell high. You know what I mean?
Like, you drop gems.
It's like, yo, it's mind blowing to people. You know what I mean? To us, because we don't invest. We're consumers.
Yeah.
We're not investors.
Yeah.
Like, we got a whole group of people that's trying to turn us into investors, but they can give very basic, generic information, and people will go with it. You know, no disrespect to them, but because I like what they're doing, but like Earn Your Leisure. Like, yo, the information, like, they're not giving you any mind-blowing information.
Yeah.
You know, they're telling you to invest in stocks and don't spend your money on this, invest it in this or whatever like that. They're not giving you, like, trading techniques and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not saying the community doesn't need it, but they became very, very popular based on, like, very basic information. Like Wall Street Trapper. You listen to, like, you think, you watch his videos.
You said we were gonna say no name. You said
Yeah,
names.
all the names that we weren't gonna say, you said it.
I
It's
wasn't
all
gonna say
good.
no names.
All
So,
right.
no, it's
Go ahead,
cool.
go ahead,
Either way,
go ahead.
like, yo, I'm not saying
We here
they're-
now.
No, I'm not saying they're. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
But
Yeah,
a lot of the
yeah.
information is very basic. Like, all right, yo, bro, I used to be a broker. Yeah, I used to be a stockbroker. So I'm like, when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this is very
Right,
basic.
right.
And of course, for the person that's never invested in stocks or
Yeah.
invested in the market,
Yeah.
it could work for them, right?
Okay, all right.
But we're talking about, I think, more or less, you gotta. Their main focus is converting people from consumers into investors.
Yes.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you got to give them the basic
Yeah.
bare bones shit. But
Gotta start
you
from
got a
somewhere.
lot of grifters in this whole situation. though.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
those, maybe
that's what I'm talking
they're
about.
super popular because they may be giving some real gems. If you want to call them gems, if you don't know the game,
Well,
they
they're
might be
popular
gems.
because they stood next to celebrities, and they got validation.
Well,
by
that's
certain
another
people.
problem
Right.
our community has. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, as long as it's endorsed by a celebrity,
Right.
we're with it,
We're with it.
right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you got to connect with, it could be something that has nothing to do with hip hop music or whatever. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna pick the president based on what this rapper said. Like this rapper never talked
My
about politics
president
before.
black.
You know what I mean?
Lambo blue.
No, but it's real.
Those are our idols, though, in our communities.
Right,
Those are the people that our people look up to. We idolize those people, right?
Right.
Because they have what we don't have. They have the riches. They live in a certain lifestyle, right? So they don't have to wholeheartedly believe in any of the shit that they're talking about, but they can sell it to us every day in America. You know what I mean? But that's our community, though.
No,
You know what I
it
mean?
is.
Yeah.
You know, it's just hard. Like you said, it's the executors do not have the time to do this. So you need teachers.
But that's what I'm saying.
Those are
Yo, if you rich, why you want to tell me how to get rich? Just get richer. Like, what you need from me? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always looked at. Like, yo, I'm rich, but I want, like, nigga, go get richer, nigga. Don't worry about me, nigga.
A lot of
I'm good over
of
here.
the times, they're selling last year's hustle.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. You know what they're selling now?
It's
The
already
new
they
scam?
already squeezed the juice out of it,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, I can't make nothing else out of it, so
Yeah.
I'll sell it to other people, and I'll be like, yo, you know, you can still make money on Amazon FBA, or you could do this, or you could do that, or whatever like that. But it's the shit is over. It's over with.
It's a dub.
But it's like I can't make no more money.
Yeah.
That's the next. That's the residency, like an artist doing a residency. Like,
Got you.
all right, I can't really make top dollar no more.
Yeah.
Then
can't
I'll just
out
I'll sell a
arenas all
course.
over,
Yeah,
man.
I'll
I'm just
sell a
gonna be
course.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all come and check up on me.
Yeah.
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 Like like the new thing now is insurance. Right?
Insurance.
But insurance, like
Okay.
whole
Life insurance?
life, life
Alright.
insurance,
Life
whole
insurance,
life insurance,
Yeah.
annuities, and
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Now everyone's on the internet, like, yo, this is the new thing, and I'm like,
Okay.
bro,
Life insurance has been around.
life insurance has been around.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta think about it. Like, what else can they? You know, these guys,
Yeah.
they don't want to go to work,
Right.
so they need to
Right.
figure
Right,
out.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, when the
Right.
when the interest rates went up,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and crypto went down,
Yeah.
and all these things started shifting,
Yeah.
you saw the internet started changing,
Yeah.
right? Some people they stopped talking about certain things.
Right.
You know, they started talking about how they dressing now, and they started looking at different cars, and like
Yeah,
now it
yeah.
started. You see the difference.
Right.
You see what I'm
right,
saying? It's
right,
not
right,
more
right, right.
like even. Shout out to these guys, right? But some of these not festivals, seminars they're not really based off information. It's really just
Well, celebrities.
celebrities
Yeah.
talking.
Celebrities there, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So celebrities
I
talking.
get Rick
It's like
Ross.
maybe I could.
Maybe I get Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
I get-
maybe if I. Oh my God, I'm gonna go because maybe, like, what would I pay thousands of dollars for to hear Tyler Perry tell me the same thing he told me I could get on YouTube?
It's predatory.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But if we say that, we're haters.
We're haters.
You know, but the thing is, and if we try to drop real jewels and tell people, like I tell people all the time, I don't care what you sell, man. It's all mindset. Right? It's all how you view things. It's all how you approach things. And that's boring. People like, gee, no, work hard. You go in, you create a plan. If I tell people what I do every day since I was like 18, they'll be like, nah, I need something else. I'm like, yo, every night, I write down what I have to do for the next day. I execute the top 5 things, and then after I execute those 5 things the next day, and then I have like 20 other items or whatever. If it's phone calls, if it's, if I need to follow up with this person, I have a list of people. I organize my my contact list. I have everybody in a system. Right. And then
Every night.
Every night.
Every night.
And I pick a group.
Right.
So I might be like from tonight, not tonight, but Monday is going to be this, and this. And I'll call these 10 people. And these are the people I'm going to call tomorrow on Tuesday.
Right.
And on Tuesday night, I write down who's the 10 people I'm going to call on Wednesday. Yeah. So everybody hears my voice, and I get to talk about whatever I'm talking about.
Have a plan.
And have a plan.
Work the plan.
And
Let me
know
ask
what
you one more question.
know what you're going to talk about.
Last
But if you have a
question of the
plan,
night. Last question of the night. Have a plan, work the plan. Entrepreneurs, how do you decide to pivot
Yeah.
from the plan?
Okay. Interesting, right? So for me, I remember.
Oh, the crackling. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I remember one of my last episodes on Faith Grind Inspire was my friend Dane. And his episode was entitled The Art of Pivot.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right?
All right.
And so we're in my backyard filming this, right?
Right.
And I said to him, and he was talking about pivoting, and I was like, pivoting? And I'm like, yo, I'm like the serial entrepreneur.
Right.
Right? Like, I don't need to pivot because what's pivoting?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do everything. I have a branding business. I have a pub. If you want to write a book, you call me.
Yeah.
You want a frozen yogurt business? I know how to do that.
Right.
You want printing? I do that.
Yeah.
You want T-shirts? I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you want a website?
Yeah.
I got that. You
Yeah.
want to buy a house? I
Right.
got that.
Got
you
it.
want to consult? I got that.
Right. Let me put a pin
and then-
right there. Put a pin right there. Ron, what does pivoting mean to you? Just the definition of pivoting in entrepreneurship.
It could be a revamp. It could be a rebrand.
Yeah.
But
a pivot.
A pivot. It doesn't necessarily. It means like, all right, you don't totally want to get out of the business, but things around you are changing in that business. So you have to kind of move with the current. You can't go against the current because you basically you're gonna get gobbled up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't, as much as you can't be stubborn, you got to be flexible when it comes to business. Because as far as being like, if you're not like a gigantic companies are very slow to make changes or whatever because they're just too big.
They can't.
But being a small businessman,
it's like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
You just can't stop.
Exactly.
Exactly. It takes a long time for a ship to make a turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But as a small business person, you should be able to like, all right, I see what's going on or whatever like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I do toners, right?
Right.
I recycle toners. I sell toner. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are going to call this thing called like MPS, where it's like people will have printing services where they'll charge you for your print service for the month or whatever, instead of buying a machine or buying toner or whatever like that.
Oh, so they
outsource it or whatever.
Prints,
Yeah, you can like, it's like a rental type of thing. You know what I mean? They're trying to, and then a lot of people are going like DocuSign or whatever. Less documents, less printing and stuff like that. So
got you.
I can't just sit there and not see what's going on in my industry and just say like, nah, I'm just going to keep doing things the way I've been doing things.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to be able to make changes when the environment warrants them.
And that's the pivot, right?
Yeah.
So what happened to me, so that year we had the podcast, and I was like, I don't need to do that. And then next thing you know, I started seeing how my environment was changing.
Right.
And because of the environment changing, I said to myself, what do I really love doing? What can I do and what can I talk about with such passion? And off mic, before we started the show, I was telling you, for years, after I produced Kevin Hart, that 4 months, that 6 months of work, and then working with him after that for 2 years or a year and a half, right? Total 2 years. That process, to me, I was chasing with other businesses.
Okay.
For that fulfillment. I couldn't get it. And I realized once I made the pivot, because it's like dating. I was like a serial dater with businesses. It was easy to start LLC. It was easy to do this. It was easy. And I was just doing it. Oh, I'm good at it. You need a T-shirt? All right, cool. I'm going to start a T-shirt printing. I wrote a book. People start, oh, my God, you on the Today Show, you on this? Can you help me write a book? Yo, let's create a publishing company. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And then I didn't really like it. I don't really like it. I did it.
Right.
I wrote a book because I wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
Because you told me I couldn't write a book. So I wrote a book.
Right.
And it happened to do well.
Right.
Oh, talking about that. Wait.
Oh, you know,
talking about that.
You're going to have a book.
I have signed copies for each one of y'all as a gift. I'm the guy who keeps giving. I have a thing. I have a thing. It's called, you have to give. One of the biggest secrets to success. ASAP Rocky gotta go. Oh, not far.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about it, right?
What's up?
One of the keys to really being successful to me is this: you have to give.
Yeah.
Not give to give to receive.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I came here with bottles. I came here with signed books. I'm not expecting nothing from you. I don't want to leave here with nothing. I left here with friendship. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ordered pizza, though. I ordered pizza.
Huh? You ordered pizza? Oh, yeah. All right, cool. But the thing is, so at least I'm going to leave with some food, right? But the thing is, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
You see what I'm saying? That's how you do it. So anyway,
hold
on, because I want to get to the pivot.
Right.
So,
because that's what I want to get to.
So now,
actual pivot.
Yeah. So now, I did my backyard over.
Right.
Just because.
Okay.
It was COVID. Yeah. We're home.
You're home.
Just did it.
Yeah.
A neighbor sees it. Yo. Who did this? Who designed this? Oh, I did. What? Can you do mine?
Okay.
Huh? Sure.
Yeah.
Serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Didn't see the money. I just did it. But I've been doing it. Yeah. Every house I've ever sold, it's always been, hey, you should do this with this room, do this, call this guy. It's always been that way for me.
Yeah.
For 20-something years.
Yeah.
I never thought about money.
Yeah.
My wife, she makes me better. One day, after the third or fourth client, third or fourth person come into my house, asking to look around our house, asking, "Oh, you have a movie theater in your house? Oh my God, can you put one in my house? Oh my God, yo, who did this? I did. Really? Can you come in my house and see? Sure."
Game.
My wife is like, time out. Pause on the play.
Yeah.
You need to create a business.
We gotta eat.
What are you doing?
We gotta
Gee,
eat.
what are you doing?
We gotta eat.
And I was like, yo, another business? Because I can't let go. I couldn't let go of the other ones that I built.
Yeah.
But then slowly, for 3 years, this is the first time I'm ever talking about this business publicly.
Come on.
Slowly, I pivoted
Yeah.
like the boat.
Yeah.
Slowly,
Yeah.
word of mouth, client by client, referral only, doing the best job that I can.
Right.
Started it with my wife.
Yeah.
And I said, look, we're going to do no website,
Yeah.
no Instagram,
Yeah.
no Facebook, no marketing, no nothing.
Grassroots.
We're just going to do this house. We're going to do the best job that we can, and he's going to refer us.
Game.
That's it. And and guess what? We're just going to do it without even expecting him to refer us. Now we're at the point where every house that we do, there's a gift. We leave speakers, Bluetooth speakers to the ceiling, Sonos, play bar, $1,500, gift. Something.
Yeah.
We leave something in the house.
Yeah.
That you didn't pay for.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the gift to give.
Yeah.
Because and then so now that pivot, 3 years later, yo, bro, if you come to my office, I took everything off I took all the other businesses off. Completely done. Since when do you see a business card of mine that doesn't have more than one logo?
It's your light.
It's always
it's your light.
4 or 5 logos.
It's your light.
Even if you see like my personal book, you see Gene. If you go on my website, Gene Alert, you'll see all these different companies. All that is coming off soon. It's just one. Just one. And it's been the best, most fulfilling thing I've ever done. That's why when I saw Charlamagne's clip about the pouring into, I think this time around, I'm 41, right? And I feel like I've been blessed, man. But I think that I found this is a calling that I had in high school. I took an aptitude test. It said you are an architect. My guidance counselor told me, no, you talk too much. You should go into business. You should go into finance. You should do something else, not architecture.
Yeah.
But every time I went to your house, someone's house, I'm looking around. I remember going to your house as a kid, looking around, trying to, oh, yo, okay, this room is this size. Look at their bathroom. Going in the car, being excited as a little kid.
Right.
Yo, as soon as I get home, I'm going to put lights. I'm going to put this. I'm going to do that. You saw what he did in his room? I'm going to do that. I was excited.
Game.
And then that's why with kids, we all have kids. If you see your kid passionate about something, you push them.
Yeah.
You don't like, that ain't going to work.
Right.
Because they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
You see, my parents, you know what my mom, because I was a suit for years. I was in banking, I was in mortgages, I was in real estate, suit every day. My mom sees me in a polo with ACA designer bill, dirty hands.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, I can't wait. My father was like, what? And I said, yo, you guys don't remember when I was a kid?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but I didn't think you were gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the art of the pivot.
But that's the art of the pivot.
Keeping the
strong thing.
Keeping your strong foot. When they teach big man, we were all guards when we played ball. You know what I mean? But they teach big man how to pivot. Keep your strong foot on the ground. You can move your other foot as much as you want, as long as you keep their strong foot on the ground.
Big facts.
So keep your strong beliefs and your strong knowledge wherever you're strong in one direction. But you could go around 360 all day, play around. You the son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You the world is yours. But with that,
the best part for me, right, with the pivot, is that my son is 7, and today, like I said, I was picking him up, and he gets in the car, and he says to me, he said we were picking up pizza, and he goes, Daddy, I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. Like, yo, man. I said, for real? You proud of me? Why? He said, because I see you doing work every day. Every day. And then there's a saying in his room, greatness is in your future, right? And I made him say this since he was a kid. And he told me that greatness is in my future with this business. I said, wow. So kids understand, man. Kids see.
Yeah.
They see. And that's why it's very important that you understand, like, people need to understand that what they're pouring into these little kids, what they're putting into the world for little girls and little boys to see, it's very real.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's impactful. And then it messes people up, because, like, even that guy in that clip with the flowers, he saw that somewhere. He saw that maybe I have to bring flowers, red roses. I have to do this. I have to pull the chair out. I have to do,
Yeah.
And so all of that goes into
That's how you get the hoe.
Yo, bro, I'm so happy I'm married in 2023, man.
Right.
For real.
Ron, I'm gonna toss it back to you, man. Clean us up, man. Bring us home, baby.
All right. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey podcast.
Yeah.
Again, if you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey.
Yeah.
Also, if you have any questions, any comments, any recommendations, you want to recommend a cigar, a spirit, or even a topic, you can hit us up. If you have a product or service and you would like to sponsor a show, you can shoot us over an email. It's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Remember to like, share, and also subscribe. If you dig the show and you like the content that we're putting out and you want to show your support, you can do that via Cash App. It's the same as the Instagram. Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Also, check out our guy, super producer Corey Cool, on his show.
Yo.
Tell him what you got going on.
Play a cool show, man. Every Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. on the voice of NCC. That's 90.3 FM. What else is going on? I'm doing a little bit more writing. Hopefully, I have my Book of Hove article available. I have my Action Bronson article available.
Nice.
What else I got going on? A lot of content, man. Collecting my vinyl.
Yes.
So I'm showing that off as well.
Yes. A lot of controversial polls.
Yeah, I make
Going
people,
on.
making some hard choices out there.
Yeah, hard choices, my boy.
I got a couple others that are tough choices that I'm gonna make you make.
I'll be first to comment on it.
It might be another podcast that I'm, thinking about working on,
We like that.
bringing out.
We like that.
I'm gonna just hide behind the camera and press record. And yeah, God is good, man.
All right. Gene, Mr. Alert.
Yes, sir.
Let everybody know where they can find you. Give them your social media handles
So-
and everything you got going on.
Okay, cool, man. Well, first of all, once again, thank you guys for having me
Oh, thanks for
tonight. This
My
was
guy.
great.
My guy.
Hopefully, I get invited again.
Oh, always,
of
always,
course.
always.
And
Open
then-
door policy.
All right. Don't say that. I'll be here,
I'm
man.
never gonna front on you, my boy.
And then, so my socials are Mr. Alert, right? It's MRALERTE. And, I don't have a social media for anything else except the planner, which is FGI Planner. But if you want to organize your life And matter of fact, you have one.
I have one.
And then
Comes
your family
customized.
Yeah,
with
it
the
comes
initials.
customized. With
I gave them out as gifts.
Yeah, you can give them
I
as
ordered like
gifts.
4.
Yeah.
And I gave 3 of them away.
Yep.
And I kept one for myself.
Yeah.
And I still got one. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then
Because the thing is about it, you don't have the years.
yeah, there's no year.
Or the
It's
date
dateless.
printed on it.
Yeah.
It's dateless on it. So you just kind of use it when you use
Yeah.
it.
So
it's amazing.
The reason why I created the planner, well, the planner is dateless. I built it for entrepreneurs. I built it for people who are on the go.
Feel free to give me the one that you haven't used yet. Just letting you know. Okay? I plan a lot of things.
And so FGI Planner, if you want to order a planner, it's fgiplanner.com. If you need advice or design services, my website is acabuilds.com. All right, so acabuilds.com.
Yeah.
And then you just pick your services: bathrooms, kitchens, complete basements, whatever it is. Fly. Top end. We only focus on details, and we finish the work. So we do take the deposits, but we do the work. You right? And we don't leave the job until the job is done.
I love it.
That's what we do, man. So ACA Design and Builds. Shout out to my wife. Thank you for being you, and thank you for making me better. But earlier we didn't get to say this, but to finish this, the whole can a woman are you responsible for making a person happy?
Put a cherry on it.
I believe that everyone is responsible for their own happiness.
100%.
That's it. So but when you find someone that makes you happy collectively, that's where the happy wife, happy husband, happy life comes in. Because if you're not happy and I'm not happy, we're going to be miserable and we're going to split. Right. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to see, who's going to see it? You know how you're going to see a real happy home? The kid.
Babies. Always.
The kid. Yeah. When you see a happy kid, you know that house is good.
Good.
When you see a kid in the corner on his iPad and he's mad as crap in public, yo, you know what's good. You don't even have to say that.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's episode. Ooh, that's deep. We're not gonna go another hour. So that's it, yo. That's how I'm gonna end it.
All
but
right.
Shout out to our wives. Thank you guys for being there, yo.
All right. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.